topic, or you want to get into this 21 questions? Because you know I got the 21 questions ready to shake, rattle, and roll. Don't worry about it.
I'm a fucking hoop. I'm a fucking hoop, and I need to get up on my shit.
Yeah. Nah, you good. You know,
I just be so busy during the day, and just you know, it takes a lot to do these uploads.
Yep.
It takes a lot, and I don't think a lot of people understand how much work, or I know other content creators understand, but the supporters, the subscribers, listen, y'all have to understand, it takes a lot to do these uploads, because you have to find the clips, I could tell you on both of my hands and both of my feet how many times I have to re-record and do the voiceover and go back and edit some shit in the upload. It takes a lot of time. So when I'm up in the morning and I know before work or something like that, I want to put a video out, that's what I'm doing in the morning. Before I start my day or before I do anything or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to actually put your thought and creativity into a video that's being shared 50 million times already.
Yeah. Fall Rock 22 dropped you a
super chat. Salute, fire. You see my face? Yes. The super chat is available in Melly Mel chat. See, you know what? Yo, I don't take enough time to fucking pat myself on the motherfucking back, man, because this shit. And you know what? And sometimes, you know how many times I got discouraged? You know how many times I was like,
you quit YouTube.
This shit is not. This shit is. I didn't say. I'm not gonna say quit. I ain't gonna go that far. But
I quit
but it was just so many times where I was just sitting like, damn, man, I'm like working hard. I'm busting my ass. I'm, doing a lot of different things just to, get to this 1K. And it's been a year. There's people who I've saw channels that just get like 5K in a month. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's because they'll do certain shit. Like if you put up if you one of the people to where you filming like a versus battle or something like that, or if you got like fucking you get that footage of like somebody, one of these rappers and shit get shot. I seen a lot of people do that too in a month, but those people to where they'll do shit like that. Like they'll film the verse, like they'll stream the verse battle, or they'll stream like the UFC shit, or they'll stream something that's not supposed to be streamed, and then a whole bunch of people
and they'll get mad subscribers.
Yeah, but that never happens with regular people. Yes, sir. Y'all now tuned in to the illest and realest podcast on social media. This is the Best of Both Worlds podcast. Yes, sir. I am your host, Harlem Smalley, and my co-host always with me,
Melly Mel, 2 L's, all caps, all facts, aka 1.K Melly in the building, you heard?
That's a fact, man. So listen, man, today I know y'all want the typical, the jokes, the laughter, I'm gonna be honest. This just ain't one of those days today. This is serious matter. This hit home for a lot of parents today, man. So we're not starting off the podcast with syncing up. I want to definitely start out with rest in peace and our condolences to the victims and the families from the Uvalde community, man. Because I'm gonna be honest, and we ain't gonna get too far into details right now. We're talking 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders. No excuses, no nothing. So with that being said, man, definitely rest in peace to the victims and our condolences to the family for sure, man. Melly?
Yes, I definitely want to say that this was a tragedy that none of us actually want to see happen anywhere, not in just Uvalde. So definitely want to send out our prayers, send out love, light, and healing to those families as well. This is never a good situation. So with that being said,
I just really hope that everybody definitely taps in today, man. People just give their opinions. Let us know what y'all think today, because this is one of those conversations that, all of us need to have. So
Facts. So let's give y'all some insight on basically what happened, man. So we're gonna break it down for y'all real quick. 18-year-old by the name of Salvador. That's the only recognition you're gonna get on here. And I know he's deceased. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna talk to him as if he's not deceased. I'm gonna talk to whoever his family member was that should have been overlooking this guy right here. This is crazy. I almost thought he got a face. You know how they do like the evolution thing to where he's almost a human, but not fully human. He got an evolution face. Evolution chart face.
What is it called? A sapio what is it called?
Yeah, I know exactly. I know what you're talking about though. With your oh my god, he looked like the dude from Full House, the Uncle Jesse, after he started doing drugs. You know what? But this kid is 18 years old. So 18 years old, comes out that this guy was not going to graduate to 12th grade. 18 years old, he gets news he's not graduating. I mean, look at him. Anyway, goes home, tell grandma. Grandma and him get into an argument. Instead of him doing like the rest of the kids do, go in the room, slam your door, leave the house, even go as to say, fuck you, grandma. Some of y'all kids do that. I wouldn't recommend it. He goes a step further and decides to go get a gun, shoot his grandmother. Leaves the house, goes to the nearest elementary school, gets confronted by law enforcement as soon as he gets out of his car. I don't know what happened to law enforcement after that. But getting out of his car, he either confronted or law enforcement confronted him. We're talking about the school guards. The school guards. This is elementary school, remember? They got security guards, but not armed, I'm guessing. I don't know what happened. He made it inside the school. Gets to a classroom where a nice special needs teacher cut him off and tried to protect the students. He then goes ahead and shoots her and other students in the classroom. Goes to multiple classes and shoots little kids. 19 students dead. 3 adults. Now, we know for a fact the one teacher for sure, rest in peace, is deceased. I don't know if they count him and the grandmother as the other 2 adults. But yes, 19 kids between second, 3rd, and 4th grade. 19 kids. And a teacher who was trying to protect her students.
I think they said that it was more in counting, or more kids in question, I believe, because I think that they said that there were some kids who were unaccounted for. Mm-hmm. So I think it's more in counting as well. So I think that they're going to keep posting, keep updating as to what's going on and get more deep into the story. I feel like this is just another one. I don't want to be insensitive to nobody, so I'm gonna just keep my comments to myself. But this situation is bringing about a whole bunch of different conversations at this point. I just want to say shout out to Tisa for that super chat, and salute to y'all in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Oh, Tisa, don't worry. We know we doing, we know we on serious mode today. But that don't mean you still don't get this for dropping that super chat. Yeah. Fall Rock 22 dropped you a
Ooh, a super chat. Salute.
Salute to Tisa, man. Always, representing and donating to the cause of the Best of Both World podcast, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Definitely. For sure. Definitely. So Melly, it's very weird. Let me break something down for you, right? Because we talked about this, right? We didn't want this to be a whole chain of just different things just happening with different people.
Right.
We always knew, and we always said this from one of the, not the first shooting, but from shootings that happened a few months ago that we spoke on, that we didn't want this to be a chain reaction. Will Smith running up on stage, slapping Chris Rock. We didn't want this to be a chain reaction. Like people start getting bold enough to start doing these things, man. Maybe just break down some facts for the people. April 12th, 10 people shot in the subway. Brooklyn shooting. A black YouTuber, nonetheless. May 13th, in Milwaukee, 16 people shot outside of a bar, nightclub, whatever you want to call it, after an NBA playoff game. We're talking an NBA playoff game. 2 days later, Houston, Texas, 2 dead, 3 wounded, shot in a flea market. Crazy. May 15th, the same day, Laguna
Buffalo.
Woods. Yeah, not
Buffalo.
That.
Buffalo.
I skipped Buffalo. Buffalo was May 14th.
Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo.
Buffalo top shooting was May 14th. The white guy was getting there trying to shoot the black people. May 15th, the next day, Laguna Woods, California, Presbyterian Church. 1 killed, 4 wounded. So we didn't have a Hispanic shooter. We done had a Taiwanese shooter. We done had a black shooter. We done had a white shooter. It don't matter what race. This is like becoming a chain reaction. Melly, you told me a very alarming stat right before we started this podcast. How many shootings have we had this year just for schools?
118.
That's just the year 2020. It's just the year 2020.
Yeah, and a lot of those weren't reported. Like a lot of those school shootings weren't reported, but 118 thus far.
That's crazy. School shootings? Where's these kids getting these guns from? Where is these little kids getting this gun from? We're not even going to super turn up. I'm going to ask you a question, Melly. Do you think the parents should be held responsible for these crimes that these kids are doing?
Absolutely. Because I feel like as a parent, you should be in your children's shit. You should be in your children's stuff. Like, I don't care what type, like, I know a lot of people say, there's different styles of parenting, and everybody wants to have an opinion on how people parent their kids and what people do. But you know what? I feel like, be in your kids' business, be in their shit, take them phones, see what they got going on, see what social media apps that they're on, be in their business, who they hanging around, who's their friends. Yes, be in your kids' business. We are not our kids' friends. And I constantly find myself saying this, Smiley. I don't know if you do, but I find myself constantly saying this to my kids. Like, I am not your friend. I am your parent.
Yeah.
So you thinking that I'm just going to let you get away with whatever you think you're going to get. No, it ain't going down over here. I'm in your business.
See, I ain't even going to lie. Like, I'm from the era Like me, right? I'll be 40 years old in a few years. I still don't curse in front of my mother. If my mother come around, I'm sitting outside smoking a blunt, guess what? I put the shit out, or I'll walk away, or I'll turn around. It was one time we was on a cruise, and I asked my mom, was it okay? I was like 32 years old. Is it okay if I smoke this? If, we limited places to go on a cruise to smoke. I'm from that era. No matter how old you is, you still show your parents respect, and they are not your friends. They are absolutely not your friends. That's why I'm in full-fledged agreement. If your kid is under the age of 18 years old, and if they are 18 years old and still in school, and they commit a felony, the parents need to be locked the fuck up for it. Excuse my French. I go in my house and I see a door closed, I'm kicking that shit open like the feds. Dude, no more locked doors. And you gotta deal y'all kids up.
Okay, taking doors off the hinges. You don't get no privacy in this house. Yeah. What bills do you pay up in this motherfucker? You don't get that, right? Hell no.
None. The doors ain't closed. They ain't got no privacy. Guess what? It's very hard for them to get into shit. Private shit like that, though, too. Don't be afraid to have all your kids' passwords to these apps. I'm going to be honest. One click of a button on my phone, I can see everything that my son is doing on there. He'd be like, oh, how you know I was live? Yeah. I'm on it, baby. Y'all got to start being in these kids' lives even more so stuff like this don't happen. Let's play devil advocate real quick. A lot of people are blaming this situation, saying the kid was suffering from mental health problems.
The usual story. That's the usual story. To be honest with you, I feel like when it comes to kids, that's always the usual story, because I don't think that they want to demonize the kids in such a way to make it seem like, they're not capable of doing shit like that because they're children. But I think that mental health statement always comes into play. But check out this comment Tisa said. Do y'all know the shooter got his gun on his birthday? His 18th birthday was last Monday.
Correct.
That's crazy.
And that's another thing, another whole topic we're going to top on too, which we were talking about this with Arthur Bird and stuff beforehand too. A lot of these states, the gun laws are way too lenient. I'm going to be honest. There is no point in time to where if an 18-year-old don't need to have a gun for a specific job they got, they don't need to have the gun. In certain laws, they need to move up to 21 and even 25 years old. They was thinking about doing it in New York with driver's license. So many kids was drunk driving and killing themselves or killing other people back in 2015, 2016, 2017. They was thinking about moving the driving limit up to the age 21. It needs to be like that for firearms. That's why I try to tell people. New York City, yes. We had stop and frisk, of course. It's so hard for you to get a gun in New York City. Now, different story. Every time before then, it used to be super hard for you to get a gun in New York City. If you was able to get one off the street, black market, whatever you want to call it, you was definitely paying more money than you would in somebody else's neighborhood or town. And you had to worry about the shit having a body or something like that on it. These other states, Texas, Las Vegas, Nevada, a lot of these other states, the gun laws is way too freely. It's way too free.
It's mostly, I would say it's mostly southern states.
Southern states.
It's like mostly southern states that have those laws to where you can be 18 or, whatever, because, a lot of people do like to go hunting in the country. Yeah. So I understand that part of it, but I think that there should be some type of laws, like you said, that come into play to where children shouldn't be able to have access to these guns. Teenagers shouldn't have access to these guns.
Correct. 18 years old is not grown. I don't care who you are. Everybody, when you turn 18, we all think, yes, we 18, we grown. You're still a teenager. Technically, you're still a teenager.
Facts.
18 is not grown. Y'all be kicking y'all kids out at 18 years old. Oh, they're grown. They're gonna make it happen. And wonder why they grow up and start doing drugs or end up homeless or something like that. 18 is not an adult. It's not an adult. It's a lot of shit they need to move up. That's not saying they can't play lottery and no shit like that. Like they want to do some scratch off tickets and all that. Whatever. Certain laws to where there's danger involved need to be moved up to 21 years old, and it needs to be everywhere. Everywhere. This is the problem why nobody's fighting no more. Because it's so easy to get guns now. Nobody want to fight no more. You got a problem with somebody, instantly your first instinct is to go home and go get the gun. There's a video circulating around the whole social media right now. 10, 15 high school kids, and all of them is inside a high school right now. Probably not the second, but in the high school, they got extendo clips. Y'all can look it up right now. My son been putting
this video I saw
up.
that.
Yeah, he's been putting this video up for the last like 2 weeks, trying to reach out to these kids or whatever like that. They in high schools with extendo clips.
I believe that was Chicago.
That's crazy.
That was Chicago. Yeah, I believe that was Chicago. And we already know how Trilla Chicago is when it comes to that, because them niggas actually are at war and have real beef. But to just your average kid who, might have some problems or something like that going on, I mean, I don't know. This shit is just crazy right now. It's just so many different conspiracies going around, different things like that too. I think that the gun laws down south, and I think Georgia just passed a law for open carry as well.
Yep, they did. And I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, Georgia is already loose with the gun laws too, but that's because of look at all the other southern states. They're like that too. When I just went to Georgia in November, Atlanta specifically, I done said this a couple of times. When we in the gun range, we shooting big shit. I look over to the right, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, they on there getting their aim right. Extendos and shit plastic and flop out, F&Ns, and I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, y'all is fucking teenagers still. Is this bad that y'all got to be in here practicing y'all aim? Nah, we was younger, we was outside slap boxing to try to get our shit back clear. We was throwing fades, friendly fades, not friendly fades. At the most, we never took no box cutters. Let me cut up some boxes and get my shit right. Like these motherfuckers is in the range practicing. The fighting days is absolutely over unless the government, I'm not talking about individual states. We're talking about the government. It's the only people that can do something about these people running around freely. Let me tell you something. If they did stop and frisk in Chicago like they did in New York, a lot of people wouldn't be walking around with guns. This is why New Yorkers are fighters. Yeah, people get killed in New York a lot, all the time. This is why we are fighters. Nobody wants to take the risk of doing a county bullet, which is 8 months out of the year, just for going to the store and having a gun on them and potentially don't even got to use it. Because them DTs coming down the block, hopping out on any random black man, Puerto Rican, Dominican, you're getting hopped out on. And if they catch you with that gun, you better pray it ain't no bodies on this so you can only do a year. Happens all the time. Soon as they stop doing the stop and frisk in New York, what happened? Murder rate go all the way up here. Nobody's fighting no more. They need to do stop and frisk. I was the number one person when I was living in New York. I was against that because they was only doing stop and frisk against minorities.
I was just about to speak on that, Smiley. I was just about to say that. The only thing with the stop and frisk is that they were specifically targeting minorities. So it brought up the race question. So it's like, okay, are they stopping and frisking 17, 16-year-old white boys who's carrying out these attacks? That's the problem.
And that's the thing what they need to start doing. Hop out on the white boys that's in these schools or whatever like that, fucking sniffing coke all day. These motherfuckers is driving drunk. Like, yeah, hop out don't all it means that they looking for guns. You know what I mean? These white boys out here pushing heroin. They got that wet. They got cocaine. Hop out on them motherfuckers too. And then everything will be all right. I'm not against stop and frisk. The reason why I'm not against stop and frisk is because it kept everybody honest. Some shit happened, go fight. Niggas was not going to go get no gun unless it was something you did something crazy. My mom's, my kid, you shot at me, shit like that. Other than that, nah, if it was fight worthy, we're not taking the risk to go get no gun for what? You go to the crib, he right down the block, you come out your building, guess who hopping out on you? Them DTs, you didn't even make it down the block. You know where you made it? A one-way, one-year ticket to Rikers Island. Nobody wants to do that just for no what's name. So that's why, long as they do equal opportunity stop and frisk, I'm all for it because it'll keep motherfuckers honest. Hop out on a motherfucker. Oh, yeah, you got a permit for this shit now? A year in jail. I guarantee you people in these other states to stop just walking around freely like that. Chicago had DTs that was somewhat, but they was only doing it for specific things. In New York, the home of the jump out, stop and frisk. DTs, regular clothes, Capri cars, no plates. That's New York City. They need to do that shit everywhere. California, they don't have stop and frisk. They don't have hop out. All you got to worry about is the ops being on the next block or getting pulled over by the black and whites. New York is a whole different ball game. Ain't no black and whites. You talking about random two black cops, two white cops. The black cops are acting white. The white cops acting black. Yes, that's New York City. Kept everybody honest. Everybody's had no choice but to fight. You get caught with a razor blade. Shit, they was taking people to jail in New York for getting caught with brass knuckles at one point in time. Brass knuckles was getting you a year in jail in New York. We need to go back to fighting. Everybody walking around with the gun. This is the reason why you got 18-year-olds that's mad because they didn't graduate. Dumbass boy, you should have done better in school. You didn't graduate, so you're gonna go shoot your grandmother, go shoot up kids and
crazy, yo. That is crazy. There was another theory though, Smiley. There was another theory though, is that he was getting bullied, quote unquote. He was being bullied. They was, talking about his clothes, talking about he poor, so they try to throw that in the mix of it as well.
It's a whole nother theory too. They said he was also getting bullied. Well, it corroborates with your theory though. They said he was also maybe a possibility part of the LGBTQAI plus.
QIA plus.
Damn, I fucked it up again. I be trying. I was almost there. I gotta switch the A and the I. I was almost there. I'm trying to be serious with getting them. I be fucking that shit up every time. But anyway, they were saying, and this is just a theory. This is people just talking, allegedly. He might have been part of the community and was also getting bullied because Uvalde, from what I'm hearing, is a predominantly Hispanic-based community. It's weird because Border Patrol was one of the first ones that was on scene. And I'm sitting there like, but it makes sense though. Uvalde is about 45 minutes outside of San Antonio, which is, I'm not mistaken, San Antonio is close to the hell is that place that start with a Y from Mexico? Yuma. I think it's close to the Yuma border. So a lot of shit crosses these Mexican borders into these places too, and you'll get Border Patrol, gotta answer, what's the name? Salute, Wavy Cam. You know what I'm saying? So, Border Patrol was one of the first ones that was on scene. The school he went into was a predominantly Hispanic school. It's only 3 or 4 of the victims' faces that they put out there. But from what the teacher, Hispanic. The 2 little boys, Hispanic. The little girl, Hispanic. The shooter, Hispanic. And I don't want to hear that shit like, oh, they wasn't. It don't matter what race they was. This is little kids we're talking about.
Right. Children.
I hear one more podcaster or YouTuber talking about, this would have never happened in our community. Bullshit. This shit is happening everywhere. Melly just gave y'all the stats. Over 100 and something shootings, school shootings, just this year. 2022. We're not even halfway through yet. My kids, they black ass home.
Oh, you made him stay home today?
Hell yeah. Hell, fuck all that. Hell, because once again, we don't need other people who've been thinking about shit like this to now try to get the courage.
Right.
We said the cow, whatever, was it Rittenhouse? Whatever, who the fuck, whatever his name is.
Kyle Rittenhouse. But
After that,
but you know what? I'm gonna say this, not to like kind of like talk about how in our community this, in our community that. Make sure y'all all hit that like button and put us in the algorithm, because this is a serious conversation. Right. Salute to everybody in the chat: Dutchy, Wavy 3000, Austin, King Daniel, Tisa. Who else was in here? Jaren. You know, we gotta run it down and shout out our peoples. Cool Gamer. You know, salute to everybody that's watching in the bushes. Kevin Palmer, salute to you. Make sure y'all hit that like button for us. Put us in the algorithm. And when we drop the link, we definitely want you all to come up here and, you know, give y'all opinions and say what y'all need to say. So shortly, we will drop the link. My thing is this, you know, in our community, we have a little bit more when it comes to the school systems. And I've noticed that. Like when you go to outskirts or other schools that's not in the hood, their schools is not set up the same way. Like, you know, you'll have like real PD at the school, or you'll have a metal detector. You know, back in the day, they used to have metal detectors at the school. I don't know if they still doing it now, but I know back in the day, they used to have metal detectors in the schools. So I feel like they put a little bit more security, you know, in our neighborhoods versus just the suburbs or in other neighborhoods that, you know, is not the hood. So I think that needs to be a conversation to be had as well. Like, why is it so much, you know, of these safety measures in the schools in the hood, but none of these same safety measures in schools outside of the hood? Shouldn't all schools be protected like that? That's
a fact. I remember a lot of black parents was against putting metal detectors in the school. That's when we got smart in junior high school and high school. That's when we started getting the plastic box cutters so they wouldn't show up inside of almost every school I'd have either been in after elementary school or done visited done had metal detectors. I'm talking about like they not even letting you get in there with Walkman CD players and all kind of shit. You see what I'm saying? Springfield High School in Queens. Salute to everybody from Queens who know about Springfield High School. That was the place to where they had the super metal detectors. Not just the shit that you're standing up like this to where you could swipe your arm over the side and possibly get some shit if they wasn't paying attention. No, they had the shit they got in the airports, not the body scan the shits, but the regular shit you walk through. That was the first high school I seen get those. A lot of other high schools need to get those. Every high school in Chicago, even the junior high schools, needs to have metal detectors inside of them. But then that's not gonna, I mean, it's gonna prevent a lot. What's stopping the kid from going to the back door? Opening up the back door. A lot of them back doors don't have alarms on them. We used to cut through them back doors like crazy. It's just getting ridiculous now with bullying being a thing. And now they done made bullying to where you got an anti-bullying. They saying, okay, if you're being bullied, do something about it. Some kids is not going to the principal or going to the superintendent or going to a counselor or going to their parents to say, hey, I'm being bullied at school. I need help. Some people like, nah, they done humiliated me in school in front of everybody. I'm going to get them back. And this is the reason why we have over 100 and something school shootings just for the year 2022 alone. Kids ain't fighting no more. If this was me, Joe Biden done passed out crack pipes to all the crackheads.
Okay.
Fuck that, Joe. Let's get some metal detectors in all of these high schools. It's weird because like nobody will never think in an elementary school you would need but now we need to start having it just in case. That needs to be mandatory. These schools, and I know it's a lot of schools Who the fuck cares? All of the supermarkets got them shits. If the supermarkets could get them, you can do it for the schools. We don't care about crackheads smoking out of clean crack pipes. Get some fucking metal detectors in these schools. If your old ass do something, Kamala Harris, we finally seen you. Hold on. I got to give a big round of applause because we finally seen Kamala Harris' black ass. Kamala, where you been at? Where you been at, Kamala?
She don't deserve no damn round of applause. Listen,
no. We finally seen her ass after.
Listen, I know after her going in hiding, everybody in the chat throw tomatoes for Kamala Harris. Everybody in the chat throw tomatoes for Kamala Harris, please.
Man,
one time.
The opposite of Michelle Obama. You making a black. You making us look bad. Kamala
terrible.
Came up there with a smile and trying to hold it in. This is such a tragedy. She can't stop you. She's living the white life. I'm sorry, Kamala. I don't care what you say. You're out there living the white life. You done took a hiatus. Bitch, you the number 2 in the whole country. You can't take a hiatus. I ain't see you in over a year. Where you been at?
Okay. Ain't been nowhere. She been arguing with Charlemagne.
Yeah. Now you want to come forward.
Podcast and night shows arguing with Charlemagne and shit. No, we need you out here doing what you need to do. See, this is the time where you need to be involved or, just get involved some type of way, some way, shape, or form, because our children are being hurt. Okay, these kids that didn't deserve that, innocent children are being hurt. Okay, and I'm sure every parent, it doesn't matter if those were your kids or not, any parent can feel that, empathy or, have some type of, compassion for another parent that just lost their child or children.
You know what's crazy? We done had 2 18-year-olds, and they're going to somehow pin this on social media. I don't care what y'all say. If they're going to look into the social media, if he's been being bullied on social media, bullied in school, they're going to blame a lot of this on social media. We done had not one, but 2 YouTubers in the past 2 years that came out doing some extremely weird stuff. First, it was the ED Matrix, whatever his numbers is, that dude.
Not ED Matrix.
Not ED Matrix. That's the wrong one. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw that smut on his name. What the hell is the other dude, the gamer dude? Yeah, that's Bullet's guy.
Oh, man. Shit.
Yeah, not ED Matrix. I didn't mean to put no smut on his name. But y'all know who the dude, the other dude, the gamer dude, the other ED dude. It ain't Matrix, but that dude came out doing the weirdo stuff.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
All on camera, and
his name started with an F, right?
Yeah, some stupid shit like that. EDP 45 some stupid shit like that. Yeah.
Got caught up. Yep, got caught up messing with kids. Got caught out there.
Got caught. I'm trying to tell my I was over here baking some cookies. You don't get your big fat ass anyway. Yeah, he got him out of here. He doing some weirdo stuff, and then now you had the Brooklyn shooter YouTuber dude that came and did the subway with his no aim having ass. Thank God he didn't have no aim.
Right.
He wasn't in the range practicing his shot. He shot 10 people. They said he shot a lot of shots and killed nobody. Thank the good Lord. But,
okay. In jail, getting close to R. Kelly, that's your new homeboy. I'm starting to think he did that shit just to get close to R. Kelly.
That would have been fucked up. I'm not even gonna lie. Him and R. Kelly sitting down playing chess and all that. R. Kelly is another reason why I don't give a fuck. You canceled out of community. We ain't even looking at you like that. You should have. If R. Kelly would have knocked him out in jail, R. Kelly might would have been back in the graces. I'm not even gonna lie. It wouldn't have made up. It would have been a little bit. Oh yeah, you out here trying to do, but you know what they say. Why you think they put him with R. Kelly? Same thing in common. One lock females in the bathroom. The other one try to get online, and at the end of the day, they both still in there for messing with underage girls.
Hazard to the community. Period.
Put them together. Disgusting. So at the end of the day, I understand why YouTube and all these other platforms are trying to make these platforms kid friendly. I understand why they're doing the way they're doing this, but I'm telling y'all, stuff like this is going to affect us content creators. Everything is going to be super sensitive. Look on TikTok, right?
Yep, talk about it.
You used to be able to put any and everything up on TikTok. It's girls up there right now showing areolas, titties down to their fucking navels. Some of them ain't brushed their hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like
just busted. Oh my God, busted. No teeth. Just up there busted. Okay.
Yep. And this is why, going this way,
Yeah, crazy. This is why I blocked TikTok off of my kid's phone. They cannot go on TikTok to do not a damn thing. I blocked it straight. Do not collect 200. Do not pass go. Yeah. Go straight to fucking YouTube Kids.
Yeah. I'm when your kids is a certain age, you got to do that. You have to do that. So, meanwhile, all this stuff is going on in these TikTok lives, but yet, if you say the word, the N-word, you say MF, you say any of those things, you talk about weed, any of that, they taking that video down instantly. They muting it. They taking the video down. I put up the As a Blunt Burn Pod show, the little intro. They take that shit down every time. And I'm like, damn, for saying blunt, for having the word blunt, but you got Big Shaquita over here, and you know what? They're making it, kid. Big Shaquita ain't hurting nobody. But maybe kids is watching this and my, hey, well, Harlem Smiley smoking blunts. Maybe that's why I understand why these sites, these websites are doing it. Look at YouTube. You can't do no kind of, if they fucking flag your channel for bullying, guess what? You have to prove somehow, some way that you was not bullying. They're not just going to be like, maybe they bullshit. Let's disregard it or look, we're going to look into it. Nah, they taking shit. This is why it's so easy. This is why a lot of y'all favorite YouTubers have been getting flagged down. Tommy Soda, whatever the fuck his name is, Sotomayor, whatever y'all want to call him. 7 channels in counting. For the last 4 months, they've been just, every time he put up a channel, snatch it. You know why? Because a lot of different people done flagged his channel for bullying. YouTube don't want to hear that. They saying any channel you got and connecting channels. They snatching them down. They trying to make it kid friendly. So stuff like this, social media don't impact people like this. Now, the mental health thing, right? Be honest. It's a very important thing in the community. Us as Black people specifically and the Hispanic community, we need to discuss this more. We need to talk about this more amongst your loved ones. If you need to go to a psychiatrist to talk about it, some kind of therapy to do it, cool. Talk about it to somebody. However, in other communities, I feel like y'all be blowing this out of proportion. Y'all use it as a scapegoat sometimes. You can't just, because if this dude is crazy and he go do something, you can't just automatically blame it on mental health. Let's say he has signs of mental health. Who let him go buy a gun at 18 years old? Who does he live with? Who's responsible for him? If he had mental health problems that was recorded, y'all really let him just live with grandma?
Right. Who bought the gun for him on his 18th birthday?
Correct. In New York, when they take you to the G building, which we like the G building, they take you out there to the crazy house. You can't leave until they seen signs of you getting better. In other states, you can just sign yourself out when you feel like it. It's crazy. These places need to have it. If it's somebody that has certain mental health issues, they need to be monitored some kind of way. We make parolees and people on probation go see parole officers and probation 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Why don't we do this with people with mental health? Not making them go see probation officers, obviously. To go see a therapist once a week, twice a week. You mean to tell me, once again, Joe Biden, we passing out crack pipes. Clean, of course. Here you go. But we can't get these people with mental health problems to get in their communities, to get some kind of 1 week kind of ordeal. We can't get that.
Nah, because he felt like the crack pipes was way more important than people's mental health. And you know, and it's a lot of talk around mental health and what's going on, like them switching up the medication for people who have mental health issues, different things like that. It's a lot of stuff going on involving mental health issues. We just haven't tapped into it yet. But I mean, honestly, think about it. If you have someone go to, just go to check themselves in at the hospital because they might be having health problems, I think it's mandatory that they watch them for like 48 hours, I believe.
Yeah,
I think they have to stay there for 48 hours and get evaluated, and a doctor talks to them, assess them to make sure, that they're not a hazard to the community or to themselves. Yeah. So, but I think they have different procedures when it comes to children.
Yeah.
Or adolescents.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why we need people like this who have mental health issues, who suffer from it, because a lot of people saying this is similar to a disease. It is a disease. You see what I'm saying? We need to have it to where these people can report somewhere. It doesn't have to necessarily be mandatory, but in some instances, it needs to be mandatory. See what I'm saying? And we need to have it to where it's somebody monitoring these people. And I'm not talking about a grandmother. What's the grandmother? Because we don't know her age. We don't know the grandmother's age. But what if the grandmother was like an older grandmother? How many times we see these people have kids and they're not able to take care of their kids, and then next thing you know, the kids got to go live with the grandmother. The grandmother's mad old. She done took care of her own kids already, and now guess what? Now she got to raise your kids. 18 years old, you got to assume the grandmother, let's just say normal, the grandmother's probably 60-something. We don't know her state. We don't know if she's 60-something to 18 years old. The grandma has no match. She don't need to be sitting there at that age, have to worry about an 18-year-old that potentially has mental health. That lady going to sleep 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. This kid up probably running the streets, buying guns and plotting, and it's crazy. But at the end of the day, if that was the case, not saying I want anything to happen to anybody else in no other schools and nothing like that. If they was getting bullied in these schools or whatever like that, why not just go to your school where these people was doing that and get specific people if that's what you needed to do? These second graders, third graders, fourth graders did not need to lose their lives. Their parents and family members do not need to be grieving right now because you was not properly watched because of you had mental health problems. They need to find this kid's parents. They need to find this kid's parents. I will find his dad and lock his dad the fuck up for this right now. I don't care. I'll be dead out. 18 years, I don't care. If my son did something like this, come get me. You know what I'm saying?
The grandfather.
Good.
The grandfather came out and said that if he had known what was going on, he would have reported him. He would have reported his ass. I don't know. I think that sounded good for the cameras, but honestly, I don't think he would have.
Man, listen. At the end of the day, and listen, if he was crazy enough to just shoot his grandmother, he was living with this lady. The lady who took care of you, you could have been on the street with nothing. Over disagreement, you shot her. It was definitely some screws loose up here. But this couldn't have been just like no trigger right now. Like this happening right now. Somebody had to look at him at one point in time, whether it was the people in school, whether it was the people who was at his house, if he had a job somewhere, somebody looked at him and was like, nah, something's off. Something's a little different with this dude. Maybe somebody had, this not nothing that just popped up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? He shot his grandmother. Your grandmother, you know what kind of person you got to be? Nobody's expendable if you shoot your grandmother. That's crazy to me. He should have been off the streets. Somebody should have been in that room.
You know what?
He had two guns.
Yo, that's crazy. And in that thought, you know, we all love our mamas, like big mamas. We all love our grandmothers. So that's crazy in itself to just, you know, just do that to your grandmother. They must have had some real hard issues that they were dealing with at home. But you know what? My thing, I think over the course of the next few days, they're doing their investigation, right? They're gonna go down his track record. They're gonna go down his track record. They're gonna run it down. They're gonna run down whatever incidences he had in school, whatever doctors he might have been seeing. They're gonna run his history down to try and make it in a way so that we can kind of have a little bit of empathy for why he did it.
Shit.
I'm telling you, they're gonna find some type of way to run that shit down. To be like, oh well, this was the reason behind it. This you know played a part into why he did it. To be honest, I feel like that's still not an excuse.
This is why I could never be the leader of something. Because if I was the leader of something, as soon as the cops got on the scene, the first thing I would have said was, take him alive. He does not die. Every parent, I would have had his ass hanging from this goddamn palm tree right here. Every parent grabbed 14 stones apiece. He would have got stoned to death. I would have been on some old school fucking, I ain't even gonna lie, you gotta die by 1,000 cuts. 1,000,000 slashes. I would have let them parents, nah, you ain't dying yet. Bring him back to life and let them finish this is shit that people need to do to these people, man. Him getting killed was the easy way out. That was the easy way out. I swear to God, if I was a cop, this would have been one time I would have leg shot at his ass. Just to let the parents, what? I would have had his ass in the woods. They would have been calling me, Officer Smiley, where are you? Or I'm off comms. I would have had his ass in the woods, attention all parents. You know what I'm saying? Come to the woods on Route 113. These people need to be stoned. That shit is crazy, son. Listen. If I would have been just so devastated if I was one of those parents and there's nothing I could do about the situation. Nothing's going to bring your kid back, obviously. But you can't get no closure. It's no closure. Ever.
Yeah, in that moment, I don't think that they would have been ready to try and, you know what I mean? In that moment, they probably, you know, and in that moment, they probably just didn't know what to do, you know, distraught, didn't know if their kids was okay or not. So, I mean, in that moment, I don't know, man. That shit is just heartbreaking. I just couldn't imagine as a parent, you know, sending your kid to school and then, you know, some shit happening at school and them not coming home.
2 days
you would
left.
think that Right. You would think that school is a safe place for the kids to go to, but now it's no longer safe. Like people are taking the whole essence of school and going to school to learn, to build yourself, your kids up to be smart, have somewhat of a social, engineering as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even come home at the end of the day because somebody's stupid ass kid felt like they couldn't handle whatever the hell they had going on in life and had to take everybody down with them.
Because he wasn't graduating. For this kid to be in school, for him to be roaming freely by himself, this is why I'm not going to just sit here and just put this whole thing on mental health. Nah, we're not doing that. This kid was roaming around freely. There is nothing about him being in special education classes. From what I'm hearing, he was a normal student, just not about to graduate because he didn't have enough credits. And that's how the whole conversation for him shooting his grandmother took place. I'm not about to sit here and just put this because there's people out there with real mental health issues. This could have just been one of them kids who wasn't raised right, getting their ass whooped enough when they was younger, who just felt some kind of way, and I'm going to go do this.
Yep, because he didn't get his way. So he threw a temper tantrum, had a fit, because nobody taught him that in life, shit don't always go your way. Correct. So you're going to have to learn how to deal with that in a mature manner to fix the situation. Now, summer school should have been an option.
For sure. Definitely for sure. Go ahead, Melly.
Summer school could have been an option. You could have had other options. Maybe next semester, if you get all your credits, then you'll graduate with the other class. But this just seems like some reckless nonsense that took place. Nobody is taking. There's nobody to take accountability. He's dead, and now we have to turn to our government, who really doesn't even give a fuck about. Don't even really give a fuck about us, to say, okay, now what are y'all gonna do? How are y'all gonna go about this and handle this situation? To be honest with you, I don't think that they're gonna do anything. And this is my reasoning behind it, that they're not gonna do anything. Didn't we see this probably about 10 years ago with Sandy Hook?
Yep.
We saw this.
Very similar.
Very similar. And this happened in CT where I'm at.
Facts.
Very
similar.
No, same scenario, same situation. So why wasn't precautions, or stuff? And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, Smiley. You know what Sandy Hook did to Connecticut?
What?
Sandy Hook made legislation here in CT ban all assault rifles.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, they banned all assault rifles.
Yeah, it's like that in San Diego too.
Yeah, so that's what they did. They banned all assault rifles. So nobody who wasn't law enforcement cannot carry or have in their possession any type of high-powered assault rifles.
Yep.
Like that was the only thing.
Yeah. Go ahead. You had to have one before they changed over to what's the name?
Right.
It could be inside your house.
Right. That's what they did. Yep. You can't have no shotgun. You can't have none of that in your house, or after that law.
Think about it. All of these shootings, right? A lot of these shootings, these people have assault rifles. They're not just going in there with handguns. The Brooklyn dude, the Brooklyn subway shooting, assault rifle. Kyle Rittenhouse, assault rifle. This dude right here had an assault rifle and he had a pistol. It's too free. These gun stores need to stop selling assault rifles. No regular normal person don't need an assault rifle. You want to protect yourself, handgun, just fine. You want to go hunting or something like that, shotgun, cool. They need to start making people have hunting permits in order to get these specific rifles. Assault rifle, no regular person needs to have no assault rifle. I'm talking about inside your house For what? If the other person ain't got an assault rifle, what you need one for? It's crazy. People walking around too freely with guns. All the rappers is rapping about the different guns and the different bullets that's coming out and the this and the that and the, but yet nobody ain't rapping. Nobody ain't rapping about fighting no more. What's up, niece? You can come in. The keys,
Yeah.
come on, come in real quick.
I honestly feel like they're not going to do anything to change these laws. I feel like they're not going to do anything to protect these schools either, because we saw this before. This happened a few years ago, and it seems like nothing changed, but just the stricter gun laws, for wherever the shooting occurred or where it happened. But what about the school system? What about and I feel like that's an important conversation that we need to have too, with the bullying and kids being bullied, and then the schools not taking no action, the schools not doing anything about it. And this is how we can kind of prevent some of this stuff. So right now I feel like it's more so of a discussion about the school system and what they're going to do in order to protect it better, and what they're going to do to kind of crack down on the bullying a little bit, because nobody should be bullied. Nobody's kids should be bullied because they're poor or they don't have no money, or they might you might have nicer stuff than the next person, because whatever the case might be, everybody's situation ain't the same. So I just think it just comes down to, what are they going to do about the situation with the school systems?
I just don't get it, man. Because me growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn, we didn't have nobody that was rich. I told people I didn't go to school with a white person until I was in the 10th grade. We're talking about literally a school full of black kids, Puerto Rican, Dominicans. That's the kind of schools I went to right there. Jokes was a flying. We had some that was more fortunate than others, some that dressed better than others, but the jokes was a flying. If you was one of those kids who didn't have jokes, you didn't look at it as bullying. It's kids cracking jokes. And nowadays, bullying was you physically getting hit. You physically getting hit. That was when we said somebody was a bully. That's a dude who, when you in the hallway, walk right up on you, slap you in the back of the head, or he run down on you in the bathroom and take the money out of your pocket. You at the store, you eat some chips, he come snatch your chips. That's what we used to call a bully. That's what the bully was. It wasn't just the kid that had jokes. Everybody had jokes. If you walked into my school and your sneakers had the hole in the front, yes, we were saying your shit was talking. If your damn guest sign was on the wrong pocket, or you had the Nike, your damn Jordan looked like the Shaq sneaker, yes, we was talking about you. Everybody was joking on you. This was jokes growing up in Brooklyn that you had, and a lot of other places too. You didn't look at this kid like, oh, he's the bully. Nah, you either joke back or you just didn't say nothing. And eventually what happened is the kid will just leave you alone and go on to the next person. But now it could be a kid having jokes and they'll automatically say, oh, he the bully. Kid coming to school and his hair cut all fucked up. They done fucked his fade up. Yada, yada. It's more, oh, you got the bow cut. Oh, man, you a bully. This is jokes. So I don't know. I don't know. I just think now what people is calling bullying is just everybody is super sensitive in the world now. Nobody can take a joke now. Nobody can take a punch. Nobody can take a joke now. We got to find some way to keep a balance. Because a lot of what people be calling bullying is not, but some of y'all be bullying. If you're online and you know this person, it's like, why fight somebody who you know ain't going to fight back, right? So you as a troll, you as somebody who joke, if me and Melly's up here and I'm joking on Melly all day, joking on Melly, and she ain't saying no jokes back, I'm going to just sit there and look stupid. Why she not saying no jokes back? She not fighting back. I'm not going to keep punching on for what? It's stupid. Move on to the next person who somebody's going to, trust me, every good joker, they like to go against, try to meet their matches and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. We got to definitely cut that bullying shit down to a minimum, but at the same time, we got to ease up a little bit. Sometimes jokes is jokes. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith, ease the fuck up.
Yeah, everybody's not strong enough to take jokes, though. Everybody's not strong enough. See, I'm gonna tell y'all the thing about when you joking on somebody, you have to have a sense of self-awareness to be like, okay, I already know this about myself. I already know, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to laugh at yourself before you could let somebody else laugh at you. That's the thing about, and a lot of people aren't strong in that way and strong in that sense. So you have a lot of people who are super sensitive, super emotional, and cannot take that criticism or that, you know, or that scrutiny or that truth about themselves. So they get upset and, you know, whatever. But, you know, some of us can. You know, some of us can, you know, hang with the best of them. I don't give a fuck. Talk about my eyebrows, talk about my wigs, talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. But, you know, some people take it too far. You know, like, some people take it too far. They'll talk about your kids. They'll, you know, talk about your family, and you know what I mean? Like, nah, boo. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about why you digging in your coochie like it's a fucking purse, bitch. Like, why you gotta talk about my kids?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, you know what I mean? And then it no longer becomes fun. You know, it no longer becomes, you know, just a roast.
I'm gonna give you one.
Salute official. Salute Maserati,
man. I'm gonna give you one scenario to where two instances happened, to where one was the bully and one was not. And I know we done talked about this 1,000 times already. In my day, Chris Rock looking at Jada Pinkett say, "Hey, I can't wait to G.I. Jane 2 come out." That's not bullying. Will Smith walking up on the stage and physically smacking Chris Rock in the face, that was bullying. Chris Rock, half your size, Will Smith. Half your height, Will Smith. You know for a fact Chris Rock wasn't going to do nothing. A bully is somebody who only picks on people he know for a fact he can beat, she can beat, or that's not going to fight back. Bullies don't bully people who they know it's a chance they can lose. I was the bully that beat up bullies. This is why I know this. Bullies never came to me and tried to bully me. Why the fuck would they do that with all the other little people they could try to bully? They got to take the risk to try to bully me. You see what I'm saying? It's a thin line. If it's somebody just joking, I'm in there laughing with the rest of them. But if I see the little kid in the front with the glasses, the nappy hair, you keep walking up and slapping this nigga in the back of the head and all that shit. You know what I'd have did? Asked to go right to the bathroom. As soon as I got to the bathroom, I'd have slapped the shit out of the bully right in the back of his head. To where I probably would have got kicked out of class. The bully would have tried to probably fight. That's me. Call my mama, ask her how many times I got kicked out of school for almost that same. Got suspended from school for almost that same scenario. Why are you always trying to protect people?
It be like that.
Always hit. You know what I'm saying?
It be like that, and more times than none, it be the quiet ones that you gotta worry about too. You got to be the quiet. It's the quiet ones you got to worry about, because some people ain't for that joking around and playing around. Some people just will beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna tell you, I had a situation. This is real life, true story. I had a situation not too long ago, but it was just one girl. You know, I used to come around, hang out with my niggas in the projects and shit like that or whatever. And it was just this one girl who always just felt like, you know, she could say whatever to me and do whatever to me. You feel me? And I would just let her. You feel me? Because she was younger than me. You know what I mean? I was like in my 20s. She was still like kind of like a little bit, like a couple of years younger than me or whatever. So she would just always, you know, just do certain shit just to get attention from the niggas we used to hang around. You know what I mean? So one night, I don't know, I think niggas had instigated some shit. And that night, I was just like, you know what? Fuck out of here. Like, these niggas ain't about to, like, you're not finna try to play me. So that night, I let her ass have it. And I beat her the fuck up in front of everybody, bruh. She was like the neighborhood. She was like the project bully. You know, you always got that one chick in the projects who like to fight everybody. And, you know, beat everybody up and all of that other shit. But she thought I was a punk, and she thought that I wasn't gonna do nothing to her ass. Till that one night, I got sick of that shit, and I straight up whooped her in the projects in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It was over for after that. Everybody was
Yeah.
like, they was like, wait a minute, what the fuck just happened? They was like, see, you should have left that girl alone.
All it takes is that one time, boy. And I even gonna lie. Now, it's same thing. And this is why people in jail don't like getting beat up. Because as soon as they see that the one person get you, or everybody else think they can try you now. So yeah, that happens a lot, man. So I even gonna lie, man. I think this is a great time to bring up bring up whoever wanted to come up here and kind of discuss this
Give
matter.
Mm-hmm.
Give us your opinion on that, man. We started. I got A.W. Bird. We about to bring up. Make sure my guy's ready and on alert. I can't do him like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if you know how to bring yourself up. I'm gonna give him a test. See if you can bring yourself up, Arthur Bird. I know you can.
Get yourself in, Arthur Bird.
Nope, you took Melly out. Look, you took Melly out. Almost there.
Oh shit.
Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it. Try again. Nope, that ain't it neither. You gotta click on yourself. Click on yourself.
Arthur Bird.
Oh man, I got Arthur Bird. He made it, man.
Hey, unfortunately, I don't need to be behind the boards yet.
That's a fact, man. That is the right answer. Yes, sir. Arthur Bird.
What's happening?
We definitely want to get your insight on this too, because we know you also have young kids. Your kids is not in school yet, but they will be. So what do you think about this whole scenario?
I feel like, first of all, we gotta protect our own, and we gotta take mental health seriously, but we gotta make some changes when it comes to these gun laws. See, we talking about situations where we having mass killings going on, and these guns are being bought legally. They're being bought legally with no background check. You can be 18 years old. Your parents can buy the gun for you. Whole lot of loopholes and different things like that going on. And all we do is wait for things to happen. And then once they happen, we want to have a moment of silence, offer our condolences. Then we want to talk about what we should do. And then we want to let people, like they do in Texas, tell us what we're not going to do. And then we roll right back around into this vicious cycle over and over again.
Shit crazy, man. I can't believe. I like, it's weird to me, right? Not even saying that nothing like this ever deserves to happen to no kids. But with high school kids, sometimes, at least they're old enough sometimes to actually process the whole thing. You see what I'm saying? So, when it happens in high schools, the kids are still devastated. They're still going to need some kind of counseling to kind of get that thought out their brain pattern. But we're talking about second, third, and fourth graders. How do you process this if you one of them kids who was fortunate enough to make it through this? Because it was, besides the 19 kids, I mean, and now I think it's been up. It's weird. That's why I keep saying 19. Some news sites are saying 21. Some are saying 20. Some are still saying 19. I'm going to just say 19. So 19 deceased. But then there's also was 13 who was hospitalized, where some of them was facing, they wasn't, nothing happened to them at that particular moment, but we didn't know if they need surgery. We didn't know if it was life-threatening. All we know for the fact that is that a total amount of kids deceased, and we talking about 32 kids. 13 of them was hospitalized and 19 passed away. And it could be, and this is why they're saying that the numbers could potentially rise, because we don't know what's going on in these hospitals. I know two of the kids had to been sent to San Antonio to specialists, which was like 45 minutes away. They had to get medevac to specialists in San Antonio. I think the other 11 kids stayed, local to get treated for gunshot wounds.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. This is what blew my mind. I'm listening to the press conference today, and all of a sudden, the governor wants to start talking about mental health and how that's the biggest problem. Mental health definitely would be a problem if the closest mental health to you if you live in that area, is 80 miles away in San
San
Antonio.
Antonio.
Yeah, they said outside of San Antonio, the biggest mental health facility that was in that area is the jail, because they got to have mental health services there
Mm-hmm.
for the inmates and for the intake and all that stuff. But yeah, we got to make
That's
That's
crazy.
changes.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
that's
Melly.
crazy. That's crazy. Like, how is that? That's weird, and that's crazy because every city should have a health department, and
Facts.
the health department doesn't just consist of just just simple shit we might have to go to
Yeah,
the health
yeah.
department for. It should consist of many different things.
Mm-hmm. That is a fact. That is an absolute fact. It just still blows my mind that we even talking about this right now. I'm gonna be honest, because Melly, me and you, we got second and third and fourth graders. Like our kids is in that age group.
Right.
Me I don't know how I will be able to react to. I mean, me as a parent, I don't get it. These kids had 2 days of school left. 2 days of school left. Summer vacation, 2 days. He could have picked any other day to do something like this. 2 days of school left. Your second grader, your third grader, your fourth grader. Not talking about 10th, 11th grade. You live in Chicago. This is small populated town, mostly Hispanic. You don't never expect when you put your kid on that bus to go to school or you drop them off that morning that you will get a call that some idiot, some 18-year-old idiot had nothing to do with kids around that age. These wasn't the kids that was trolling you or picking on you or nothing. To get that call that your kid may have potentially been shot by this guy. This shit, this is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I had to work myself up to even get on here to do this podcast because when you got, I'd have been in both. I'd have had to bury a kid before, and I have a third grader. Mm-hmm. So for a lot of people, it even though it's not you, it may not be a community, it just hits a little different when you got kids that you really think like this could have not been Uvalde.
Right.
This could have happened anywhere. And now it's happening so much. You got to think. We know there's a lot of elementary schools, a lot of high schools and stuff like that. But over 100 and something school shootings just this year? Mm-hmm. What? Too risky. By the time the next school year come up, something has to be done. Something has to be done.
I agree.
It has to be done. Forget the crackheads, Joe Biden. We don't care about them. Let them smoke dirty crack pipes. Kamala, you better get out that goddamn penthouse or wherever you at and talk to old Joe Biden, old ass, and mandate these damn fucking metal detectors in these schools.
Especially in elementary schools. Elementary needed more than they got them in VA. They got them in the middle schools and the high schools. But come on, man, they hitting elementary schools.
But the crazy part is they not in all of them.
Right, exactly.
In certain parts in Brooklyn, they got certain schools, but it shouldn't only be in the bad schools. Because let's be honest, a lot of stuff like this is not happening in bad schools.
In the bad schools, exactly. That is the problem. Don't just stereotype the places where you feel like is the most dangerous just because of the people that make up that community are Black or Hispanic because they're minorities. No, we need to put that type of safety measures in all schools. Not just in the Black community, in all schools. Because believe it or not, no, we don't want to put that stereotype that, it can't happen anywhere. But shit, I'm the type of mother that if my son is acting the fuck up, I'm at that school.
That's a fact.
I'm at the school. You did what? Get your motherfucking ass over here now. And we gonna fix this. But you have those other schools where, people might not go up to the school. People just might, do whatever. So I feel like it's a safety precaution that needs to be everywhere, not just in the ghetto, not just in the hood. It needs to be in the suburbs too, because this is where most of this is happening at, in the suburbs.
Facts. My son, me and his assistant principal, direct numbers, text, email, phone calls. Don't just put no damn paper in his backpack and think I'm going to get that. Nah, hell no. Here's my direct number. You need something? Call me directly. Anytime, no problem. His ass go to the nurse office. Something happened in school. They hit me up directly. Don't send no letter in his book bag. This is the stuff we need to be on. Let's go through a couple of things. Once again, April 12th. Subway shooting. Dumbass YouTuber claims he was getting bullied, he was getting trolled, yada 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 yada, blase blase. Went and shot up a Subway, shot 10 people. May 13th. This is the scene right outside a nightclub, busy street. People sitting in the bar watching the NBA playoff game. Guess what? 16 people get shot in Milwaukee. Stupid shit. Let's move on to the next day after that. Buffalo, supermarket. One person out by the age of 30. Other than that, everybody else that got shot was over the age, between the age of 52 and 77 years old. You go into the supermarket early in the morning, you do not expect to walk into a supermarket and get shot. The very next day, Houston, Texas, flea market, daytime, people outside in the flea market just chilling and shopping. Guess what? Idiots want to start shooting again daytime. They don't care if it was kids around. Look at the lady out there pushing the stroller, getting her kid out of there. Oh, that's not good enough? How about a Presbyterian church? Who runs inside of a church and shoots somebody? Kill one person, 4 wounded. And then now you get this fucking idiot. 19 kids dead, 2 teachers, and mass shooting. Fake ass Johnny Bravo. You know what? This shit is just crazy.
Don't make me laugh, because this is a serious situation. Please don't make me laugh. This is a serious situation.
That's a fact, man.
This is a serious situation.
And rest in peace to his grandmother too, man.
Yes, rest in peace, man. His grandmother, for real, because that's crazy, man. You would never think that your own grandson would do that. But I think that now that everything is opening back up, I think the pandemic definitely had an effect on people, and just us being locked up and inside for the last couple of years, that I think that this could definitely be an effect of that too. Everything's opening back up. You have to be careful outside. I think people, it's crazy. I don't know. I don't want to tie the pandemic into mental health, but it just seems like people being locked up who already had mental health issues, just being in the house, being secluded, probably amplified, or worsened the symptoms of, whatever mental health issues that they had. Do you guys feel like the pandemic could have played a part in amplifying people's mental health issues?
Yes. But listen, this is my belief. The pandemic pulled the cover off of mental health, because everybody was inside. So see, in normal times, in normalcy, people were able to put a smiling face on mental health. They were able to mask mental health. But see, the thing about mental health is once you locked up in the house for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, you go past what we call cabin fever when it snows. Oh, everybody get a little crazy. Then you really start seeing who is crazy because them chemical imbalances just get worse, and then they come to grips with all of the stuff they were able to go out into the world and put aside in terms of distractions they had to deal with face to face. So now you put everybody else back outside and they still on that shit they was on when they were in the house.
Max, King Daniel, what's the deal, my
Okay.
guy?
King Daniel, what's up?
It's good.
Oh
King
shit,
Daniel
he keep
has
going.
left
Yeah,
the
he keep
building.
going out. And Ron G's too. I think Ron G said his Wi-Fi acting up. So hopefully we could get Ron G's back up here.
That's a fact. I'm gonna be honest. The pandemic played on a lot of people's mental health. Even if you didn't have mental health issues too, it kind of poked at everybody, especially with people. If you was in a relationship, especially a new relationship, or if you just had kids it was a lot to deal with during the pandemic for a lot of people. It played on a lot of people's mental health. Financially, some people was in trouble. Everybody wasn't doing PPP loans and unemployment and getting stimulus checks. It's motherfuckers who had no jobs, who owed child support and had no businesses. They not eligible for none of that money that was coming out. You can't get a PPP loan. You ain't get no stimulus and you ain't work. So you ain't getting no unemployment money. So there was niggas sitting around just super fucked up because you couldn't sell. Listen, people really didn't even have money to do drugs like that. You know what I'm saying? If you was a weed smoker, or if you was a drinker, you better be happy you was that. And even the drinkers. I wasn't sitting there Patron during it. Nah. If I needed to drink, sometimes we went to the cheaper tequila. You know what I'm saying? We damn sure wasn't drinking no De Leon. Sometimes it would be like, let me get El Humidor.
Right.
Let me get the El Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Shit, would that be $13.99? Damn, that's it for the fucking big ass. Yeah, it was times like that. So at the end of the day, motherfuckers looking up, you owe $7,000-$8,000 in rent. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Shit was getting real for a lot of people. So mental health played a lot, but I don't give anybody who doing something now rather than doing something. If somebody went crazy during the pandemic, I'm tired of being in the house with these fucking kids. Go to the go postal kind of shit. All right. You know what I'm saying? Not, we're not going to still give you a pass for it, but all right, cool. But now at this point in time, everybody done had to adjust. Now you're readjusting back, getting close to kind of getting normal. It's still hard out here for a lot of people to get back on track to where they used to be. I done went through so many ups, and when I first moved to California a few years ago, before the pandemic, I would never even be one day behind on one day late on my rent, no problem. When the pandemic hit, guess what? Everything stopped. I went back 4 months rent. Thank God they couldn't put nobody out. Guess what? By the time I got my unemployment money, which took mad long, I had $8,000 in back rent.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Yeah, $2,000 a month for $8,000. I said, God. When they sent me all that back unemployment money, I had $9,100. Got on my knees and said, thank you, Lord. What'd you think I did? Called the rent people and said, here's all $8,000 of your dollars. I ain't never getting one day late again. I was on that shit. So I went from that to 4 months of like, all right, no eating out, cooking every day, stuck in the house, no casinos, no trips. I'm a very easy person. I like to take trips, go to casinos here and there, movies, bowling, family shit. Very, very easy person. We'll do it all. Couldn't do none of that shit. stuck in the house. There was no more $400. Go get the $400 ounce. I'm going to the weed spot like, yo, y'all got any shake back there? Yes, all my weed heads know bounce. Y'all got any shake back
there? You was smoking shake, yo?
I was smoking shake. The nigga was making batches. He was making batches of shake for me. Yo, I got 10
nigga
was
ones getting the for you. Bottom of the weed.
Terrible, Melly. We talking about what? I'm going in there like it's like my pride not hurting because I know they still making money, but at the same time I'm like, damn. But I know it ain't my fault because the whole world fell off. So it's like,
yeah.
But then I'm thinking about the white people who had that backup rainy day money. I had, and this is the only thing that got me through the 4 months. I had nice rainy day stash. Me and my girl, nice rainy day stash. Without that, oh no. Those 4 months of no money, we talking about no money from nowhere. No money from nowhere. I don't know what's going on, stimulus, all that shit late, unemployment late, everything late. You talking about 4 months of no money besides savings. And that, what? Was I in there talking about, let me get the... Nigga, I got some $125 for the ounce. I take that. I take that. I'll be back in 4 days. You know, shake, you smoke fast in 4 days. That shit going. That shit going with the wind. Was I smoking shake? Niggas will tell you I'm in New York City with the pop jaws. Mad shake. Niggas like, damn, this shit smell good. But where the fuck is the buds at?
Right.
I'm lying telling niggas I broke the shit up before I... Anyway, the burn. That's how shit real got. It got real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it gets real for everybody. Then the money start building back up. Yeah. So mental health, I'm not even gonna lie. If I wasn't one of them strong-minded people or listen, pandemic fucked a lot of people up.
Right.
Some people capitalized off of it. Some people was in great position beforehand and never got back. All them business owners that had just started businesses before this pandemic hit, they should never got back off the ground. Yeah. It's a lot of people who was fucked up during this pandemic. So, Melly, that was a great question. And I had the super longest answer of all answers. But to answer that, yes, mental health played a big part on a lot of the pandemic played a big part on a lot of people's mental health. But this idiot right here, I'm not giving him I'm not gonna give him that. This nigga got the Michael J. You know what? Look,
like the little Homo sapien.
Oh my god, I was thinking that, but I'm thinking like, oh, that's too soon. I was about to say he got a light skinned friend, look like Michael Jackson.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, if the Lord, if I can get a genie right now, or one of these parents, I ain't even gonna lie. If somebody came in front of me was like, Harlem Smiley, I grant you one wish and one wish only right now. I think at this particular time, I forget the money and all that. I would just risk to bring this idiot back to life. Please. The Lord be like, damn, all the shit you want to bring him back to me. Not to me. Bring him, I'm talking about like his body appear like when a nigga come back to life on like after he been shot on like San Andreas and shit. You know how they just drop you? They drop the nigga right there in front of the school. No gun, no nothing. All the parents just do this. Like them niggas just got the zombie look on their eyes. Like what? What? Like nah. I'll do some shit like that. I'll do some shit. I would turn all these niggas into cannibals and like I ain't even gonna lie. Ain't this nigga about his palm tree? Give everybody the old whips that the slave masters used to have. Everybody get old slave whoops. His ass is about to what? Yo, listen. I ain't even gonna lie, son. I can't bring all the kids back, but his ass, bring him back so the parents can re-kill him again, at least get some kind of closure. This is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. They would have to lock my ass up right now. Like I would have told niggas to take me to jail for my own good. Cause I would have been on social media trying to find his pops. And I know the pops ain't do nothing, but fuck that. Your sperm shot this nigga out, and like, nah, fuck that. Like, nah, hell no, pause. Like, you gotta go with him. You gonna go wherever he at. I know where my kid is at right now. Nice, innocent, second, third grade. I know where he at right now, but you about to go meet your son. Sorry, fuck that. Please, police, just lock me up so I could just like not even be able to. I could imagine shit going through my brain. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Like, hey, nobody can calm me down. Ain't no work the next day. Life over. Over. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I don't try to do. I like try to tell people I would never try to enlighten a parent who just lost a kid. Ain't no enlighten that person. Ain't no enlighten that person. I'll be the first one to tell you right now, don't try to speak no words of wisdom to that person.
Right.
Ain't none. There is none.
Because they're not in a space to where they, because it's easy to say, oh, everything's gonna be all right and everything's gonna be okay, but in that moment, you can't tell people how to grieve. You know what I mean? There's no proper way to tell somebody how to grieve. Yeah, you can say words of encouragement. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. But is it? You know what I mean? Yeah, sooner or later you'll be okay. You'll adjust. But you'll never be fully 100%. You'll never be okay.
So you got to tread lightly on how you say that kind of stuff, because see, trauma, the one thing that people fail to really own up to and level up on is mental health is just like breaking an arm or breaking a leg. Traumatic situations enhance the level of your mental health being good or bad, whether your mind is fractured or in disarray or in a good place. And so just think about some people encounter these situations in life, whether it be encountering homelessness or death of a child, death of a spouse, or even a close encounter with death themselves, and they don't come back from that. And everybody is telling them, you're going to be okay. But they don't understand that I'm not okay, and I'm not going to be okay maybe for a long time, and I may need some help beyond y'all just telling me, hey, you're going to be okay, and we're praying for you.
That's a fact. Time is the only thing that heals. That's the only thing. You got to give them people time. Like, I know a girl who just recently lost her teenager. You see what I'm saying? And that's the last thing people needed to hear. Me, myself, when I was in that position, I didn't want to hear nothing. I could imagine, like, people who done had years with these kids to love these kids. Like, it's no words that you can speak that's going to make it all right. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to be all right. Especially not for them. The life is never going to be the same. You got to hope and pray that this person actually bounce back and get through the grief. You see what I'm saying? Because once again, that's worse than losing a parent. That's worse than losing a sibling.
Yes.
That's worse, like, a loved one, a girlfriend, boyfriend. Like, there is no connection between a mother and they kid is like no other. You see what I'm saying? Connections with fathers that they got with their kids is like no other. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing when your parents actually, that's why parents always want to go first. Like, y'all bury me. You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't be the other way around. I shouldn't have to, because
in the pecking order, it shouldn't be. Yeah.
Correct. Because the grief is just too much for me to have to bear through that. Like, y'all gonna miss me, of course. But long as I did my job right as a parent, y'all should be able to move on with y'all lives and do the same thing with y'all kids. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, reverse situation, devastating. So once again, my condolences to all the parents out there, because at no point in time you send your kid to elementary school, you would think at most they'll come home with a bruise, maybe a black eye. You might got to go up there and put hands and feet on some teachers because they said something crazy to your kid. That's at the most you thinking about. Never in a million years you think if somebody's coming inside of an elementary school with an assault rifle and a regular gun to do stuff like this to kid. Ron G's, I don't know what's going on with you. Are you there, my good man? Can you hear me now?
Ron G's is in the Matrix for real.
Right. I'm trying to use my podcaster voice. Ron G's, can you hear me? Oh, you in the Matrix right now. Your shit used to do what Fonz Poe shit used to do, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I mean, I'm mad because this dude is dead. Like, he needs to literally be in jail getting his ass whooped every day for the next 50 years. Like, I'm talking about even when he's 75 years old and he got a pet mouse sitting there at the table playing chess. I'm talking about niggas in 2055 should be coming over and slapping the shit. Man, fuck you. You ain't playing chess. We remember what you did in 2022. And I'm talking about whooping his ass still at, like, you know, why he an old man. I ain't gonna lie. He be dealing with shit like this. Him getting killed was the easy way out.
Yeah.
I don't wish death upon nobody, but him, that was the easy way out. He didn't need to die. His ass needed to be here to face these people, to face these parents. See what I'm saying? That's what he needed to do. It's a lot more things that can be worse than death. That's why a lot of people kill themselves as a way out.
Exactly.
It's a lot of things that's worse than that. Getting your ass whooped in jail for 50 years?
Nope.
Yeah. He would have had to been sitting at the table with R. Kelly, EDP, 4-5. You know what I'm saying? Like the Brooklyn dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he would have had to been in that whole crew. He could have been the anyway.
Yeah, that's the remix to Ignition.
That's a fact. That's a fact. EDP 4-5 on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Dumbasses. I hope them, you know what? I'm gonna say that joke right there because I don't want any communities. I hope they in there giving y'all everything that y'all gave them girls. Heard it up. Paul. That's a fact.
Bumpy.
Hell yeah. Boy, one of them niggas in jail will kill you. You hit them with the Bumpy Johnson. Heavy boy, heavy man as a motherfucker. They took your cookie and nigga, you done gave me fucking like nigga, I didn't tell you this. Like, oh no, that's your ass, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy, son. That shit, man. Listen. Woof. I'm telling you, people like this need to be thrown right in a population in jail. Like, ain't no goddamn private cell. You ain't going to the Martha Stewart jail. No protective custody. PC is out the question. Throw the motherfuckers right in population. You know what I'm saying? That dude, Brooklyn top shooting, you need to put him in an all-black jail. Throw him right in the middle of the population. All-black jail. Oh, you don't like black now? Get right. Explain to Big Bubba over here or James, he been locked up since 73. Explain to him how much you don't like black people. I'd have said it like that as a CEO. I want you to explain to these men how much you don't like the black community. And then you would have heard me leaving and the doors closing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you heard me do. Man, that's what they need to do. I would have been the most fucked up CEO. I couldn't have been the president. Kamala Harris wouldn't have been my vice president. Kamala, you don't get your old goddamn. You know what? This is not a joking matter today. We'll say that for tomorrow. But people like this, damn cops. I know y'all couldn't do this. There's no slack to the cops. But I wish that border patrol would have just need them. No, don't kill him. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. This should have been a knee. Should have been a knee. They should have need this. What? Let the parents take turns. Fuck saying what y'all got to say on the stand at court. Hell no. Fuck all that court shit. Bring his ass to me. Give me one rope. Get me 19 whips. Get me 45 stones. Get me 3 razor blades. With the plastic. Click, 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 click. Hang him from this palm tree. Call all the parents of the victims. Rest in peace. They would have got me out of office quick. Only person I'd have had support me was Donald Trump. Anyway, we're not going to use that one. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, that guy smiling. He's right. Anyway, I'm gonna leave. You know
Salute
what?
Maybach Mel.
Maybach in the building. Yeah. Tomorrow is gonna be so great to talk just about some happy stuff because this is the only time I even want to talk about this. I hope this shit never happens again. if y'all kids look like they suffering from mental health problems, don't be embarrassed. Call somebody.
Yes.
You parents need to start being responsible. Your kid, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, they still in school. They go do something like this. The parents need to start being held responsible for it. The grandmother is not here. Somebody need to find his mother and his father and lock their ass up for 25 years apiece.
It's a lifestyle. Mental health and physical health go hand in hand. I'm telling you what I know because I'm in the field. I went to school for this. You know, we talk about how you need to eat healthy and live healthy to be here a long time for your physical health. The mental health is just as important. You need to make sure that you have self-care, that you take time for yourself, that you put yourself first. If you don't put yourself first and take care of self, you're not going to be able to take care of anybody else. And the mind is more important than the body because if you don't have a brain, your heart not gonna know how much it needs to beat, and not gonna know how to breathe. You're not gonna know when to swallow. It's gonna be a whole lot of stuff you're not gonna be able to do. I mean, you gonna just be like a Bentley with no engine.
Facts.
So let's just start to put the mental health in the same perspective that we do the physical health. We talk about heart health and how we need to eat right and get exercise. We need to exercise the mind and do certain things that promote positive mental health. You could be mentally well or you could be mentally ill, the same way you can be physically well or physically ill. And we need to put them in the same category and live that way.
That's a fact, Arthur Bird. A lot of people don't realize the brain will last longer than the mind, than the body would. If you separate the body from the mind, the body will die faster than the brain if you separated it from the body. You see what I'm saying? Why you think a lot of these, I'm not even going to call them idiots, but they study a lot of brains. You know what kind of stuff they done tried with brains, and you see all these movies that come out. They ain't getting this shit from just nowhere.
Right.
They realize the brain can still contain things after it's out of the body.
Still transmitting.
Correct. Let's be for real. A lot of you idiots don't even realize we use a very small percentage of our brain. We don't know what the rest of the brain is there and meant to do. We use a very small portion of our brain. You see what I'm saying? So it's parts we can't even tap into. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
we'll get into left brain, right brain, and how
that's whole nother podcast for a whole nother time. But the real intellectual people know what we're discussing right now.
Yeah, that's right. I was about to say that's right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
Right up my alley.
Yep. Know exactly what we're talking about as far as using a very small percentage of your brain. But at the end of the day, it's very important that the brain is a muscle. And if you don't work it out, guess what? They're just gonna be fat and flimsy and fucking just stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, work it out. Brain teasers. I remember this lady told me a long time ago. She was like, you got to tease your brain sometimes. And I didn't realize what the fuck she was talking about. Till she handed me a Sudoku book. She was like, brain teasers do this. You know how many times people, once we stop writing and we get out of school, we don't do anything to work out our brain muscle.
Exactly.
And she was dead right. This was the years of me sitting around at my aunt's house, selling drugs, doing nothing every day. The only brain teaser I was doing was spitting freestyles on the block when we did that. That was the only time I was using my brain muscle. So that's why I was sitting around doing nothing. Wasn't nothing coming to play. Because you wasn't using your brain muscle. You wasn't around other smart people that can tell you, hey, they doing this then. Let me try that out. When she gave me that Sudoku book, that shit was a mind blower. That shit was I wasn't a crossword puzzle or none of that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? What's 4 words across and none of that shit. Sudoku, I'll fuck some Sudoku up mad quick. I'm going to do it no more because it got to the fact that I was just like beating books to my books. Like, the little scuff copies. Sudoku books. I have mad books. I'm doing the books in 3-4, the whole books in 3-4 days. Like, damn, it's just. Now I started teasing my brain the other way. That's why now I do this shit with the editing and learning all this online shit. Like, I look at it like Sudoku. when the lady gave me the book. Brain teaser. Every time I teach myself something new every day, that's me using my mental muscle. We got to start doing that. And unfortunately, some people is handicapped when it comes to their mental muscle. We have to help these people. We have to scope these people out and make aware of the problem. It's not embarrassing. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. You got to look at it like a disease. Sometimes it's uncontrollable. But if you see the problem, you have to try to help it so we can prevent shit like this from happening. I don't want to hear white, black. I told y'all, out of all these shootings we had, we'd have had one white person, we'd have had a black guy, we'd have had a Taiwanese guy, and we'd have had a Hispanic guy. So I don't want to hear, oh, this is just the white people. Are black people kind of under attack right now? Yeah.
Always.
As I said, it's nothing new. Not looking at it like that. These shootings are happening in every age group, every race, daytime, different states, different places. The only connection is that it's happening. And it's more and more people that's starting to feel like this is their way out. Nothing to lose. Kyle Rittenhouse got off. This is what they thinking now. Me and Melly said this many episodes ago. A lot of people now was going to start trying to press their luck. Either they didn't care if they got killed, or if they did get caught, putting their gun down and just release like the Buffalo, like the top shooter did. They feel like, okay, I'm going to take this to trial, and because I'm white, daddy's going to get me a lawyer, I'm going to get off. Kyle Rittenhouse shouldn't have got off. And I hope I'm saying the right person.
Yep, you saying the right person. The one that was sitting there looking goofy, trying to cry and ain't shed one tear.
Not one tear. Not one tear. He got off. So I know it's a lot of other people think, okay, I'm going to tell y'all not Kyle Rittenhouse. Another thing, I don't want to hear no excuses about the top shooter. If this is, listen, this top shooter get off somewhere, I'm going to tell you one thing. Black people start going in here and start getting, I'm going to tell y'all something. Listen, I ain't going to be on here the voice of reason. No, black people, we got to think, man, fuck that.
No, black people.
Fuck that. You better stay dangerous out there.
Yes. Yes.
He looked at that white man, pointed that gun at him and said, oh, I'm sorry. Went back on his Call of Duty. Shut the fuck you, sorry. The white man thought he was dead. Oh, you said, oh, I'm sorry. What the fuck? If I was a black nigga, I would have said, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Yeah. What the fuck? Nah. I don't, you know what it is? Now that this been happening a lot, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, people, this is why I'm glad I grew up in the hood. Because I'm not one of the people, especially like the elementary school. If there was a guard out there who approached this dude first and they did some soft shit, like didn't get in the line of danger and went and like, nah, I don't even want to even begin to even think something like that even took place. Some of you motherfuckers got to start getting bold like these people on these planes. Yeah. You know why these people on these planes be coming up with plans and attacking these fucking hijackers and shit? Because they ain't got no choice. You people in these situations, yeah, motherfuckers got to reload, hide behind. I'm telling you, I would have, man, listen. I'd have been toothpicking a nigga. Sucker. I'm saying I'd have toothpicked the shit out. Yo, listen. So a nigga that came around the corner, oh, to the eyeball. I ain't even gonna, I'm telling you, screwdriver, ruler.
Smiley, you know me. I'm old school. I'm always down to bum rush the show. We ain't playing with his ass. We gonna fold him up quick. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna have to try to reload and think about what his next move. Oh no, you go no.
Facts. All the Netflix specials, all the time in jail, all that shit running through my brain at that time. I already know how my brain reacts. And what's the name?
I was about to say that, Smiley, too. Everybody doesn't know how to react. And certain those type of situations. You have to be a quick thinker, quick on your feet in order to react in a situation like that. If they heard gunshots, nobody knew what was going on. See, this is another thing that they need to start doing in the schools. I feel like they need to start coming up with some type of plan or some type of thing, and putting things in motion to, if that happens, what's your next step?
Okay,
You know
so
what I
Melly,
mean?
I'm gonna share something with you. So my brother told me this, and it's not funny, but he was like, "Man, listen." He said, "You gotta think about it like this." So they got some little bullshit ass danger, stranger danger. If a active shooter comes, what we should do. But let's think about it like this. You still got to change all that kind of stuff up, because as you move up in time, you get 10 years in, the kids who you taught that stuff to are old enough to have guns and start trying to
Right.
do
They know the
certain
plan.
things, and they know. And so then one kid said, they said, well, what about the safe hiding places? And he said, one little girl said, well, I mean, hey, after about 3 or 4 seconds, all the good hiding spots are gone. So now what you gonna do?
But I see what Melly talking about, how they got with fire drills. There needs to be some kind of contingency plan
Yeah,
that they need
across
to,
the
even
board, across the country, not just in one area or another. But yeah, they didn't have a problem with doing that for the hurricane drills and all the tornado
correct.
drills and all that kind of stuff.
And let's be for real. Don't have Otis inside your high school or your junior high school. We need to start having real, even in elementary schools. We need real, like trained. We're talking about trained,
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
hothead, not the 18-year-olds. We need to have people that's 30 and older in these schools, armed guards in these schools, even if it's just one. You
right.
know how sometimes they may have like the head of the security team, even if he's the only one per se. But the other motherfuckers got to have tasers and all that.
Right.
They got the tasers that you don't got to be close to my old school tasers. This is, you got to be close up on a nigga now. Let's give them the same shit the police got. They could have
I was about to
been
say
around,
that.
been around the
I
corner.
was gonna say that, yeah, because even in that moment, if you got a motherfucker spitting 30 rounds at you per second and you only got a pistol, you know what I mean? What you gonna do?
And he got body armor on.
Right, like he came prepared. So what you gonna do with that Glock and think you gonna do to him, and he's spitting 30 rounds at you, and you only got what, 13, 12, 13 shots.
Cause
That'll let
that's
your
what happened
current
to
go.
that's what happened to the security guy in Buffalo. He hit dude a couple of times, but dude had body armor on. So he said, "Oh, you want to shoot at me? All right, well let me give you some."
Yeah,
So
see,
like,
but once again, it's a top security guard. I'm pretty sure he ain't in tops. Let me go to the fucking range and brush up on my aim. You shoot his ass. Listen, it's two. You send a mass his ass.
yeah.
You send a mass his ass. That's it. You're one to the chest. If his ass ain't going down from that one, you instantly should be go 2 inches up and bust him.
Right. Do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Send a mass. That's all you're doing. You literally going 2 inches up. Zoo.
Or have a couple unmarked people, police officers that's there too, so that they blend in with everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, the
You
dude
you
in
might have
Buffalo
like
wasn't
your one or
expecting nothing like
two.
that. He was retired. He was just there, like,
True.
you know what I'm saying?
Listen, but I'm just saying, you can have your two uniformed, and then you might have like 3 or 4 that's just there.
That's what I'm saying.
Blending in with everybody else.
See, in these schools, because once again, we all went to school to where we had the super old ass security guard. He couldn't catch you. He wasn't really doing. He was just there. Like, he worked there for mad years. He was just there. That shit needs to stop. After a certain while, let these older motherfuckers retire or have somewhere specific where you can put these people at. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of other fields they can go into. I feel like once you're done in the school, you've been working in school security 23 years, you should be going into a place like a supermarket, a library, somewhere, or retire. Sit your old ass down somewhere and you good. We in these schools, we need to start having these fresh, not young. We talking about, there's a lot of armed security people out there right now who don't have no work. Why? Because these old motherfuckers been working at this job for 20, 30 years and they will not retire. They can sit there at the desk all goddamn day and just deal with little students and all that stuff like that. Ain't no beef jumping off in their brain. They just said they will not retire. They're going to collect that money forever.
He smiling like the old fat cop when the dude steal. He say, "Hey, I ain't gonna chase your ass. You know why? Cause you'll steal again, mother."
You steal again. Yeah, that's a fact. We'll just catch you next time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Something's got to change though. I feel like we definitely need to just not up the amount of security, but up the quality of
Yeah,
security.
and put more in the elementary schools because that's where I've
Correct.
noticed in most places we have less of a protective awning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elementary schools. This shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, now you got to think, right? Ain't no parents sending their kid back to that school next year.
Oh no.
The chances of this happening is very slim to none. But no parent is sending their kid back to that school. Even you got to really think. He could have damn well did this at the high school he went to.
Right.
How many of those parents thinking that this shit could have happened in the high school?
If school not over and I live anywhere in Texas, I'm telling them, "Oh no, we shutting it down. We shutting it down." Now they
What?
mail you a report card. We shutting it down. We
I'm in
good.
California
We
and
go
shut
on
down.
vacation. We leaving Texas.
I'm in California and school is shut down. School shut down. I don't need nobody else getting no school shut down. You don't need Daddy-O up there masked up after COVID. Four clips ready with the Glock. Like, nah, I don't need to be fucking. I don't need to be that. You know what I'm saying? I done did my time in jail. I don't plan on going back. Right. They got all the time they got out of me. But at the end of the day, nah. Can you imagine if somebody called and be like, "Yeah, we seen a suspicious man walking down a block in front of the school." Well, I'm in the car locked and loaded. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Gun button the shit out. What the fuck you doing in this neighborhood? You live over here? Oh, yeah. Nah, that ain't good enough. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, son. I mean, gun butt white people and shit. They going jogging and shit. Like, nah, son. Look, this is my dog. He got the, like, nah, I don't believe that shit. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
Everybody getting some.
Yeah, that's why they say the Lord don't put more on you than you can bear. And I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I think I'm at the border, like right here, like, that's why I smoke a lot of weed, because, you know, I mean, like, it could be one thing that'll just trigger my black ass the way he like, damn, this nigga's like the fat black Rambo running around this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I be trying. The Lord don't put more on you than you can bear. You know what I'm saying? Fights, no problem. You know what I'm saying? When I got shot, I seen red for 2 weeks. There was no, I'm sitting in the car in the rain. Took my fucking for hours. No radio. Windshield wipers on. Looking at that house. Ready to go shoot that motherfucker up. Not caring if it was who was in there. But till I seen that lady come with her kids. Kind of nigga would I be. Same nigga as he did. He just shot blindly with kids in the house. Right, I can't be that nigga. But if he would have got, oh no. When that bitch came, I had the cane on one side, driver's seat, sitting in my little, I remember it was a gold Buick Regal I had.
Not the Buick.
The Buick Regal, baby. Gold 2000 Buick Regal.
Not the Buick.
The Buick Regal.
Pull up to the scene with my cylinder missing. Pull up to the scene with my roof missing.
Yeah. Got in that car for 2 weeks off the bird. Niggas coming to the car like, damn, I'm like, you.
Oh shit! I think we got a breakthrough. Hold on.
Whoa. You feel me? I had to do a whole bunch of extra shit. You feel me? So we here now.
Oh man, I almost gave my guy Ron. I almost thought we was on the As the
Blood
Burn. I almost hit you with the, you know what I'm saying? I said I can't hit my guy. You know what I be giving your Wi-Fi sometimes. I'm gonna say that for the mall, just in case.
My Wi-Fi be on some whole goofy shit, y'all.
There it's back.
You know what I'm saying? Ron G's about to get. Look at Ron G's. Your Wi-Fi gets this today,
bro. Nah, my bro just came over here and helped me bring the baby in.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay.
You feel me? Getting this baby right and shit. But that's what I got going on. But nah, y'all know I had to definitely get my 2 cents in on this shooting shit, man. Because this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy, man. Like,
did you just do that sound effect?
Ron G's heard that. That was you, Ron G's?
What's the other thing? No, that's the baby.
That's some shit in the background. Like,
Oh no, that's my baby. Y'all, if y'all hear some whining or some shit, that's the baby,
Nah.
What did y'all hear? That's why I'm looking confused. Like, what the hell did y'all hear?
Did you hear that part?
Hell, y'all
shit,
fucking clouded, man.
I ain't even gonna lie. That's why I said tomorrow gonna be a good one, man. I got shit like
this nigga got the evil sound effects. All right, bro. Thank you, bro.
All right. Yeah, you know, we been listen. I've been watching goddamn fucking I knew we was good. That's all right though. That's all right. Fuck it though. In the last few minutes of this too. I've been watching T-Pain's podcast. I like watching other people's shit because make me want to step my shit up one time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? T-Pain got all his goddamn sound effects.
It's sound effects popular.
Yeah, I like his podcast. His podcast is dope. Yes, I like T-Pain's podcast.
And they got voice changes and all kind of shit right there. So don't worry. We got some shit on here, though. We got some shit on here, though. Don't worry about it. We good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, though. You know, we got some shit on here. That's for you know when Ron G's loses the game tomorrow, the roll-up challenge. Anyway, yeah, you know how that go. Yeah, nah. I ain't even gonna wish that smother. Look at Ron G's. Here they go again.
Look.
But all jokes aside, though, I know you got small children too. So, I mean, to ask you a question, man, do you think this whole senseless shooting shit is just gonna? Do you think it's gonna escalate, or is it just gonna like we gotta come together and somehow? I'm ready to fucking go protest on the streets right now.
Without a doubt, bro. Like it's not gonna get no better, bro. Like you feel me? Until we start putting our foot down. Like you feel me? Like think about. I was just thinking about this shit, right? Remember how they had the September the 11th shit? When that September 11th shit happened, and then when you go into the amusement parks, you can't bring in the motherfucking certain containers and the like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like that, like it's when certain shit happens, it has to be a certain, like, you know what I mean, reaction within the people. It don't have to always be violent, but something has to be done to where it has to be a measure being taken. You know what I'm saying? Remember when the nigga did the Unabomber shit? Mm-hmm. And then before you know it, you gotta put your shoes in the box when you fly and shit.
Facts. Yep. Yeah, that's
like,
bad.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? So something different definitely has to happen.
If y'all never flew before 9/11, man, I used to what?
Man, I used to carry the weed in my sock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
What? I came back to Brooklyn with that California weed. What? Nigga said, I ain't gonna lie, I was super stingy. I'm not selling nothing. The only person I ever smoked some of that shit was Frankie Smacks. I gave that nigga some. Whoever he smoked with might have tasted some. We smoked with rest in peace. Only other person I ever smoked with was fucking Ruck from Helter Skelter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know Sean Price, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was because he had came through that day. Niggas was sitting there freestyling, smoking that goddamn fucking Cali weed. Yo, what? I was a man. Listen.
Ruck, man, Sean Price, man. God damn.
Yeah, hell yeah. Right.
I remember the first time I ever heard of Sean Price. Like, you feel me? You know, I'm a young boy, like a super duper young boy. Mm-hmm. It's when I was playing Grand Theft Auto 3, nigga. Grand Theft Auto 3 had that Sean Price on there, nigga. I'm like, yo, who this nigga? Sean P. All right. Like, ever since then, I seen them shits on mixtapes and shit. I just been checking ball out. Like, you know what I mean? But he been rapping since before. So
this is the crazy part too. When this take place, it was like after the whole, you know, he was just, you know, I mean, they wasn't even really like making crazy music at this time, no, too, you know, but he was a regular all around dude. You know what I'm saying? Frankie Smacks, he been living in Brownsville, like the bottom part of Brownsville all his life. Where I used to live at was up the hill, Brownsville, more closely where Papoose is from. You see what I'm saying? But where he lived at though was right there in the what's name too. So you know, as far as like the Helter Skelters and the boot camp clique and all that, like that was the
black move.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, like me as a little kid, I still got an image of I was walking down the block of my mom's, and it was like 15 like I'm 15 of these niggas, the boot camp niggas walking down, and I looked and I seen his little young ass. He might have been like 13 years old. His ass was always out in the street, very young, like, you know, smoking weed young and, you know, doing shit like very, very young. You see what I'm saying too? Like, you know, my mom's was correction officer. We had to get away. We couldn't get away with a lot of shit. We had to be sneaky with our shit. His ass was out there for sure.
So your mom was giving you shakedown, son.
Yeah, like a motherfucker, my nigga.
Your mom's giving you shakedown. Get on the wall, nigga.
Yeah, it's just me. I was the only fuck up child. I was the only fuck up child. Like my older brothers and my little brothers, their ass never been locked up. They went to one high school, graduated.
Yeah, they went to the Navy
college,
and shit. Yeah.
Navies and I was the fuck up kid. 7 high schools, locked up 7 times, shot 3 times. Yeah, that was me. Like them niggas they wasn't angels, but them niggas fucking like they didn't get my mom's. She ain't had to go stand in front of judges with them niggas. It was just graduations and shit like that. I ain't had none of that shit. I had 8th grade graduation. That was it. Word up. My ass went to night school, 12th grade to get out. They told me you can graduate if you stay till January. I said, fuck that. Put my ass in night school. Fuck a graduation. I'm starting college in September. You talking about either come back to 12th grade or start college? Hell no. 17, I'm trying to go see what that college pussy looking like. High school, you know what I'm saying? Put me in night school. I don't care about daytime school. Put me in there. I can sleep longer. Put me in night school. I bust out night school. The lady said, damn, you don't belong in here. I took that placement test. You don't belong in here at all. I said, I know. I was locked up and they fucking kicked me out of regular school for fucking for attendance. Nigga said, nah, you was locked up. We don't care about that. You shouldn't have been robbing niggas. Attendance, you can come back and do it to January and graduate. Fuck that. Night school. What the hell is that small bottle? You in the metaverse?
What is that? A bottle of hot sauce, nigga?
Nah, that's an airplane Jack Daniels.
No, that's a bottle of
he got the shots.
That's the tincture.
Oh, the tinctures?
Listen, man.
Oh, yeah, that's that. Yo, that's that shit right there, man. I gotta grab me some of them, man. Let me put niggas D right quick with these tinctures and shit, right?
Hey, yo, pause yourself one time. Let me put niggas D. Hey, yo, I'm gonna pause yourself one time, sir. Hey, yo. Super pause.
No, I can't, man. I can't do that. I can't. Yo, I can't win. I can't win with your New York ass, man. I can't, man.
You already know how that goes.
Yo, Melly Mel. I can't. What's up, Melly? You know what I'm saying? That was crazy.
I'm not even drinking tonight, so I'm not even drinking tonight.
No. Look. Let it be a New York nigga when you about to say some serious shit and he just kill your whole vibe.
Yeah, he'll fuck you up with that point. You know what's crazy? We used to never do that.
Kill your whole vibe. Like that you feel me? Like it's always the New York niggas.
But I was younger. I was always in Harlem after like once I got in 9th grade. I went to school in Manhattan, so all of my niggas was in Harlem. I ain't even gonna lie, like Brooklyn niggas and Yonkers, and that's why Jada Kiss said a real man shouldn't have to say no homo. Excuse me, we can't even say that no more. Pause is the same thing. But pause is
Homo sapien.
Yeah, that's why that's the pause is just the newer version of that. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you're right. But some shit though, some shit be
just don't sound right. Just don't sit right with your soul.
I can't even repeat what you said. You said let me with the D.
But nah. Hold up though, right? A lot of y'all that's out here that's buying these edibles, you feel me? It's a lot of times the shit really don't be that.
Nope.
I'm keeping it all the way 100. You know what?
No. I'm not even gonna let you do that. I'm about to cut you off right there. You got to say that for the mall show. You're not about to get into
You're right. You
was about to go in on some people too.
No, I was about to say something. No, because he showed me the tincture, bro, and I was really about to. I was really about to get on the game right quick.
Like they had Ron G's running down the street, butt naked. Oh, this wasn't weed. The fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas out there buying
CBD.
No, niggas out here buying store-bought candy and giving y'all shit with tincture drops on it.
Yeah, who sold y'all some CBD? Who sold y'all that?
That's 1,500 milligrams of the.
Yeah, see that's different. If you got 15 milligrams of the and you just putting it on regular candy and then you just eating it, that's different. But when you out here selling it, it's kind of out of pocket. It's really not that.
I'm putting a few drops.
Now, when you got that strong shit, that's different.
Bro,
niggas out here faking the fun.
It's people trying to make drugs too strong. Like, drugs is already drugs. Like, stop trying to make drugs stronger. Like, they're drugs already. It's drugs. If it's not strong enough, move on to another drug.
It went from coke to crack, then now it's crystal meth. Now niggas are just shot the fuck out.
Enough, go start
now niggas miss crackheads now. Now this crystal meth shit, these niggas is up. Now these niggas smoking this shit. Then these niggas don't go to sleep. These niggas all out all night doing all this crazy shit.
You know what the difference between the crackhead
and the heroin going all out and shit.
You not paying a heroin addict money to do nothing. Because they ain't do crackheads, them niggas will walk to a next borough for $20. Wash your car, go to the store, bring you back the right change, Chinese restaurant, all that they doing. They'll let you borrow their car, their girl, their house, all that for the crack. Guess what a heroin addict is doing? Sitting right the fuck there, not worried about nothing going on. Nah.
They wake up in the morning.
Wait a minute, no, we is not gonna skip past what Smiley just said. I know ain't nobody smashing the crackhead's wifey, bruh.
No.
What? You know, niggas I know from the hood done got head from the crackheads. Cause the crackhead girlfriend, what? She do crack too.
He gonna get y'all again. I'm gonna get high for both of y'all.
I know a lot of niggas that'll tell they crackhead, yo, listen, man, all you gotta do is just gonna suck his nigga, man. We both get hit. I give you a piece of the 20. We go smoke good tonight. What you think them crackhead niggas don't be? Man, listen, pimping the shit. Ain't no better pimp than a crackhead with a girlfriend. Guaranteed you, somebody done got some head. It be, you know how I look at these little niggas. I know a lot of niggas that done fuck crackheads and
I'm not even gonna hold you because.
How do we get on this subject? It's the wrong good. 5 minutes.
This how it be happening, bro.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. We're gonna say this for tomorrow. Good.
Yeah, man. I need to bring y'all back with the word or something, Lord.
Nah, that's why we ain't do none of that shit today. We ain't do word of the day. We ain't do strand of the day. We ain't do no this was literally just straight podcast right here, just discussing because this was a serious topic.
Yeah, I think
so we didn't do none of our regular formats. But the good part is too, tomorrow we got our As the Bump Burn show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anything we didn't do today, we're gonna do it tomorrow.
No question.
What you saying, Ron G's? I didn't want you to forget that last.
No. It's this crackhead boy. You feel me? That live around my way, man. His name Juan and shit, man. You feel me? And it's crazy that we was even talking about this shit because I literally just seen this nigga today. I literally had to pay this nigga $2 just to walk away from me, bro. Like, you feel me? I'm like, Juan, look, not right now. Just take these $2, bro. Here, just go get a water ice or some shit. You feel me? Something.
Damn, Juan.
and I wouldn't even say Juan name, but I know Juan ain't gonna watch this shit, so we ain't even got no problem. You feel me? He ain't gonna watch this shit.
Hey man, you know what? Ron G told the nigga to get a water ice. That's some real Philadelphia shit. Water ice. Would you break it down because I know what it is. Break down to the people what the water ice is.
All right, so water ice is, man, you feel me? It's like, you know how y'all got slush? It's something like a slushy, but then it's like a slushy that you can eat. Nah, not a slushy like that. That's some water bullshit. You feel me? I mean, like, it's literally like ice that you scoop out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Like yeah.
A frozen ice cup.
A frozen ice cup?
No, it ain't no damn frozen ice cup. It's not the shit you get from the lady down the street. It is not that.
Yeah, in Virginia, they call those icebergs.
So it's not just like an Italian icy?
That's exactly what it is. It's Italian ice. You feel me?
It's called Italian ice.
You feel me? No, y'all got y'all shit up here. No, y'all got y'all shit up there.
Philly
got
swirls.
our shit down here. You feel me?
Y'all got the Philly
That's
swirl.
what it is. Y'all got heroes and chopped cheeses. We got cheese steaks and motherfucking with ice, nigga. You feel me? Listen, everybody wins.
Oh, you know the difference is? Italian ices, I could flip my shit upside down in the cup and it's mad sugary and good under the bottom. Y'all shit don't got that.
You can't y'all shit
is better.
Yeah. You feel me? Like, you know what's crazy? And that's really the difference. Like, yeah, it's a little bit more like soupier at the bottom and shit because they scoop the shit. Like, you feel me? But Nah, in Philly, it's not shaved ice like how y'all got in New York. It's not shaved ice. It's
nothing's beating the Poppy that's walking with the big ass block of ice, and he got the shaver, and he got the mad different flavored juices sitting there. He got the grape. Nothing beats that. There's nothing in this world that beats that.
Yeah, it's water ice, nigga. That's what beats it.
I know what you're talking about, but what we're talking about, it's a difference. I'd have had this in a lot of different places before too. It's nothing like the Poppy that's walking down the street. It's 90 degrees outside. He has a towel over a big ass block of ice. All I'm thinking is, how the fuck this ice not melting? He take that goddamn towel off. He get the shaving that shit.
Yeah.
That shit go right in that cup. And it's just a plastic cup with ice. And then you put your flavor. He put that shit and he drenched that shit and your whole shit turned purple. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty much what a snow cone is.
Almost same shit as a snow cone. But I don't know what Poppy do to them juices. It must just say it's like Kool-Aid with not enough water.
But yeah, man, like, but ain't nothing like Philadelphia with ice, man. That's the only thing I can say, man. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Not Readers. Readers is some bullshit.
Okay,
I know y'all got Readers wherever y'all at. That is not wood ice. That shit melt. If that shit melt under 5 minutes, that shit is not wood ice. It's not.
It's not. And that note, y'all make sure tomorrow y'all definitely stay in tune with the illest 420 comedy improv pod show out right now. It's the As a Blunt Burn pod show, man.
Yeah.
Hosted by Harlem Smalley, Melly Mel, Ron G's, A.W. Bird, and our special guest, E. Bird. You know how that go, man. You see what I'm saying? If y'all looking for not your average podcast, not your average thing on YouTube right now, you got content creators all in the videos. They all in the shows.
All in the comments.
Nah, come on down here so you can laugh. You can learn about some new strands. We're going to teach you about some cannabis cooking and healing. We got spoken word from both artists over here on top of that. I mean, we got dabbing for dummies. I mean, we got roast. We got everything y'all need right now. I'm not even going to lie. I think comedy-wise, T-Pain podcast is the only thing that's even close to what our shit is going right now. That's not even counting the fun-loving games that we got that always gets these two high as a kite. You know what I'm saying? Got Melly a little drunk.
Having us fried.
Yeah, that game is phenomenal. That's why I had to put those clips up.
Fucked up here.
Yo, them clips is funny as shit, man. Like when I be watching the playbacks and the clips and shit, bro, I'm like, yo, this shit is mad entertaining, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, even when I play it for other people and let them watch it and shit, bro, they was like, yeah, there's some shit that I can really just chill out, smoke, and just really tune into. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what we trying to do for the people, man. You feel me? We got y'all entertained on every level possible, man.
Facts. We bring that real content back for everybody, as well as the smokers in particular. If you over 18, this content is for you. Whether you smoke, whether you drink, if you like the lab, if you're not a square, this content is definitely for you, man. So at the end of the day, make sure tomorrow in the afternoon time, in the PM time on the East Coast, y'all make sure y'all tune in with that the Blunt Burn Pod show, man. But as the Best of Both World podcast 52, I think this was a great podcast right here. We enlightened a lot of people on the connections on what's going on. I don't think people even realize, like, the most important fact I think during this podcast was Melly fact that she said it was over 100 plus school shootings just this year alone. A lot of them is not going to get TV recognition and all that, but
one thing that I wanted to ask y'all and get y'all opinion on before we get up out of there. What's the solution that y'all think could be what are some of the solutions that y'all think could be that could fix this type of situations or prevent further things from this happening?
School wise, and I don't want to take too many answers. There's a lot of answers though. It's a lot of different things we need to get done.
Just the main ones.
School wise, we need to have more metal detectors, and we need to have better security guards. I don't want to see old Otis who been working there 28 years and his ass don't even chase students no more. Like, nah, let him retire, get some new fresh legs in there, shit like that. And another thing we need to do is these gun laws in these states. These gun laws are way too free in certain states. Texas, the gun laws are way too free. It's about to be like that in Georgia. Oh my God, if the gun laws ain't already free in Georgia, motherfuckers is not fighting no more. They just telling people, here you go, walk around, you get 18, walk around with a gun, go get a permit, and don't fight no more. Any trouble come your way, shoot niggas. We are not the baby. Y'all niggas is not the baby. Don't think y'all gonna be in Walmart trying to like, nah. Like, no, motherfuckers need to start fighting more. It's another solution. Yeah. Put the fucking guns down and fight. Get your ass whooped one time. Maybe you'll get some act right. But I'm gonna let
protect the babies, man. Protect the babies. Like none of this shit should have happened. Ever since Sandy Hook, nothing like this should have ever happened like this again.
Facts. Arthur Burr, you want to answer on these questions? He said, "What's the solution to what do you think is one of the solutions to this?"
The true solution is this right here. We're too politicized right now, you know, on these different agendas, and we're not focused on the unity. Everybody talks about the condolences and the rest in peace and the man. Excuse my French. Fuck a rest in peace. I want some peace while I'm alive. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, so at the end of the day, I feel like we all need to come together and put a concerted effort in to make these changes. And if the politicians don't want to make the changes, then we need to be foot soldiers and make the changes that are necessary in our own communities. Each one teach one and reach them all so that we can stop this downfall going in the direction that it's going in. We can already see certain individuals out here who don't look right, who not acting right, and who need to be dealt with. But as long as we sit back and wait for somebody else to do it, we're going to continue to see these situations that we see. And I'm going to tell you like this, to be honest with you, I'd rather grab somebody up and have to apologize later than wish I had.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Melly Mel,
you got man.
You got a little answer for Ron G's. He asked, "What's the solution to all this gun violence in these schools?"
I'll just say, pay attention to your kids, man. Pay attention to your kids. Pay attention to signs that they might be in need or in help, or they need help, or you know they're in trouble in some kind of way. Pay attention to your kids. Be nosy. Don't be your kids' friends. Figure out what the hell they got going on. Figure out what they doing, what they into, what friends they might have around them. You know, pay more attention to your kids.
And one more thing, one last thing. What happened to the nigga? Like who was the nigga? I didn't.
The police shot that nigga. He's dead. He's gone with the wind gusto. His name was Salvador. Something.
I figured that if the nigga wasn't white, I knew he was probably dead.
Nah, he was from a Hispanic. Uvalde is a predominantly Hispanic community. The school he shot up was a predominantly Hispanic school. So, you know, once again, it's like, you know,
he really destroyed his own community.
You destroyed your own community. That's a community that's 45 minutes outside of San Antonio, which means they're super close to the border. Right. I'm not just going to guess their race, but if I had to guess, I would probably guess that they are probably Mexicans.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Which means they probably had to fight very hard just to get out over here. And I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm just speaking about for the ones who had to. Your people overcome all of that for you to do something like this. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy to me, man. But I ain't even gonna lie, man. Ron G's, and we'll tap a little bit into this subject again, you know, tomorrow.
Yeah, you already know we're gonna have a lituation for it tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Let the people know where they can find you at in this social media thing. Let's get up out of here.
Man, you feel me? If I'm not at your mama house, you can find me at motherfucking YouTube at Ron G's 215, and then you can find me on Instagram at Ron G's 215. You feel me? I'm out, man. Holla at
Fact. Watch it, call your mothers and tell them they see Ron G's rolling up, man. You know what? Arthur A.W. Bird, let the people know
when I roll up.
Uh-oh.
You know how
That
it
was
go.
a double entendre, Ron G's. But anyway, they don't know. But good.
I go, always blazing with the catchphrases. When you see the Kango, it's already written. A.W. Bird. And tonight we not spitting, but you can catch me on all platforms at the A.W. Bird. That's the word.
Facts, but don't worry, man. Go on his platforms right now on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you want to catch some of that good spoken word, man, he got a lot of spoken word pieces on both of his platforms, man. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and stay in tune with the bird, man. And salute to your better half, E-Bird, man. Tell her the squad said what up, and we'll definitely see her tomorrow on the go round. I know she was probably ready today, but tell her we apologize. This was one of those straightforward.
She said salute to y'all. She in the kitchen right now going, yo, E-Bird, giving me something good to eat before I lay it down.
Yo, my girl loved that part too. I ain't gonna lie. That's my favorite part of all them shits that we did. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, E-Bird, I'm hungry. I sure am hungry. You know what I'm saying? That shit is funny as a motherfucker. That voice changes a bit. I love it.
She said yes, and it's infused.
That's a fact. That is a fact for sure. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna definitely get to it. I feel like tomorrow, listen, man, both of these shows, I'm just proud of the route that both of these shows is going, man. Both of these shows is epic. This podcast is amazing. And that pod show is so funny. It's like both of these things give you two different things, but at the same time, they coincide with each other so great, man. You see what I'm saying? So you know how that go, man. When you got great minds working together, shit gonna always just, and this is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Just the beginning. We got some work to do, but man, when it's finally, man, I'm telling you, boy, I can't wait to be sitting back on the beach laughing about shit.
With that background right there. Yeah, man, I want to see the big moon behind me. Yes,
that's a fact. I'm definitely smoking a couple of blunts under this moon. Melly Mel, take us home one time.
Take us home.
Y'all already know it is your girl Melly Mel, 2 L's, all caps, all facts, aka Young Italy, because I roam wherever the fuck I want to roam and go where the fuck I want to go, aka 1K Melly. Sorry, 1.1K Melly. Make sure y'all hit that like button for us. Make sure, salute to everybody that's watching right now or did tune into the show. Salute to everybody that's going to watch this back on the replay. Make sure if you can share it. Subscribe to all 4 channels. My channel, Arthur Bird, Harlem Smiley, Ron G's 215. And yes, we will be back with y'all tomorrow. I will be cammed up. I was feeling a little bit, under the weather today, but we are back in full effect tomorrow. We will have some tea spilled for y'all, and I might just have a spoken word too. So salute to all of y'all out there. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the support. Make sure y'all subscribe to all of our other content creator channels. Styles with Tisa. Go subscribe to Far Rock 22. And all the other content creators out there that have channels. Dutchy the Great, go subscribe to him. My boy Fuego Bass. And just salute to y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a lovely night.
Thanks, man. And as for me, this is your boy Harlem Smiley from the one and only Dirt Gang TV, man. Y'all know the slogan, get money or die broke. I swear to God on my life, I cannot die broke. So there's only one thing left to do. And we're going to get to this money. Oh, my mama, we gonna get to this money for sure, man. So salute to the team. Salute to everybody. We just wanted y'all to know. Y'all counted us out. We switched up the content on our channels and y'all counted us out. We just want y'all to know. You rat bastards. This has been episode 52 of the Best of Both World podcast with your boy, Harlem Smiley, Melly Mel. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow as the Blunt Burn Pod Show, man. Yeah, man. I'm telling y'all, subscribe to these channels, man. Y'all not going to want to miss. If y'all like the old shit, we was roasting people, Melly Mel roasting all of the old bitches on there. We roasting all the dusty niggas on YouTube. Y'all like the gang shit and all that. Trust me, y'all gonna rock with all this new stuff we got coming. You know why? Because it's funny and it's positive vibes only over here. They can keep all that negative stuff. They can get their YouTube channels keep slapped down. Nah, they going to die broke. They going to die super broke. Another pandemic hit, they over. They jumping off this. You know what? We ain't doing that today. We out of here. We gone. One love. Please do me a favor. don't do no drugs, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas are trying to make drugs stronger. What's going on in this world? Just smoke weed.